back to.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a little bit earlier edition of the VacTube Friday. Yeah, it's Friday for Volati's. Fuck it. Already called it that once a couple weeks ago, so we'll just stick with it. There he is. He's back.
All right.
You'll see we have a very esteemed guest panel today as we talk about this.
Well, it looks like Arwen's steamed. She's fanning herself pretty good. I'm in.
Well, we got Steven here. Stevie pile of garbage. So, garbage truck backing up. Beep, 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 beep.
Well, at least she's not doing it on the microphone like she always does. So
this fan is quieter. I don't know. The one Arlena got me is smaller, but it's like no. It's like a hurricane in there. This one's calm and
she likes it when it vibrates.
So it's
Just
all
like
good.
to move it.
We're vibration.
Yes, she is
right?
fanning like a hurricane. Sorry.
Anyway,
Well, normally here on the VacTube, we just kind of kick back, hang out, drink, and bullshit and all that good stuff. But things have been happening over the past week that it's
drama.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
Yeah, and I don't want to call anybody out by name or shit talk anybody, but just the general situations that are going on. I want to touch on those today and see if there's any way we can positively change that or affect it in any way.
What exactly is going on?
Well, in a nutshell, we got one content creator going after three, saying they don't know what they're talking about and they're full of shit and they're fucking idiots. And another one that's saying, hey, you guys are friends with this guy and want to hang out with you no more. But, it's like, it's so stupid. It's like, you guys are probably friends with somebody that doesn't like me. Or, hell, I like everybody. I don't know why. It's shitty. But anyway, say, for instance, that there was somebody that Arwen was friends with that I didn't like. I'm not going to trash our friendship and throw it away over that. She can be friends with whoever the hell she wants to be. It's none of my damn business.
But you're talking common sense, Daryl. And a lot of what happens on YouTube is not common sense. Culture can back me up on this. It's just not common sense.
No.
Everybody's wearing like a different kind of perfume. Like I'm wearing Dracar Noir, right? I don't know what other scent you guys are wearing. Nobody is a common scent.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I think it's one thing if you don't.
You son of a bitch. God, you held that out great.
That was great. That was good.
Look, it's one thing if you don't care for someone behind the scenes because you know that it's going to be inevitable. And let's face it, people are assholes, and they're going to say things, and they're going to drop you or whatever the situation is. That's fine because everyone has their group. Everyone has people they vent to. Everyone has people that keeps them, balanced and grounded. But I think it's another thing, particularly if it's over an opinion, to call someone out and trash them because they have an opinion you don't agree with. That's getting into some sticky territory because we all have differing opinions. I don't know anyone that thinks exactly the same right down the center. So what is the point of them doing that other than clickbait? Really? Because everybody, when you hear drama and you hear, oh my God, this is going down. What do? Our little, our big ears perk up and we got to go see what's going on. It's like the train wreck syndrome or car wreck. Yeah. When you pass by a car wreck, we all rubberneck to see what the hell's, what's going on over there.
No, and not naming names doesn't help. I've started some shit because of what I do on Wednesday. When I've done YouTube talk on Wednesday, I have called some people out without naming them. And they know I have because I've gotten the text message of fuck you for bringing this up. Dude, I'm never going to talk to you again. And I'm like, you know what, bitch? You're the one that's like money. I got to have more money. And I've called out people using GoFundMe's to pull dirty shit. I've called people out that are on benefits that are like, I just went and spent $800 on an Xbox. I've called some shit out on Wednesday. I'm like, you disingenuous fucks. Oh, and it's you know what? I'm not gonna stop doing that shit. Because when I see something like that, I'm going to say something. Now, am I going to call a motherfucker out by name? No, I will leave it at that. This is what I saw. This is what I experienced. This is what happened. But if they have a problem with it, well, maybe don't act like a total bitch or like you're ripping off the community or that you need more money or that all you're in for this is money when you're like, hi, everybody, I'm totally into the community and I'm all about community and I'm here for you. When in the background, you're like, bitches aren't paying me enough every week and I'm not making enough money. That's some shit. Call it out. Now, culture I know culture would disagree with me on that because culture is just like, fuck it. That's your business. You do what you do. That's the big thing that pisses me off. When I see someone take advantage of the community, when I see someone that's pulling nasty shit, I have to say something. I can't keep my mouth shut. And if that damages me ultimately, well, that's just me being me.
Hey,
okay.
I want to piggyback on that quickly.
Go.
See, that's the whole shit, man. I'll speak from personal experience here. I don't name people. Well, I've actually named 2, but they fucking deserved it. And no one really watches, so they don't know. Or they do know, and they're salty as hell. It comes down to the line of, is it serious enough to name, and does the community needs to be aware of it? And if you name them, will they make it more about themselves and try to grift more?
That's a good point.
It is, but Loki delivers it right. You're not going to name, and you might get those messages and shit. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. It was early in the morning. No, I don't do that. No, but that's just it. No, I don't do that. But that's just it. Like Loki has been one of those guys, and he has pulled back on that because it's stressful because everyone then eventually comes to you. But is the drama worth the aftermath and the fallout? And I have heard some shit recently where it is getting to that point where these people, they need to be called out. Because everyone believes they're just sweet and innocent. I'm on the ground where I don't give a fuck what you think. I will name the people now because it's getting to a point now where it's hurting everyone around them, and the people that want to stay neutral won't ever do anything. Don't do it on their behalf. Do it on the fact that these people are literally hurting others, and they know they can get away with it. I think it's getting to that point now. It is getting to that point. I don't care anymore. I'll name them. But I'll do it in a way that shows, look, this is the history, this is the proof, this is the receipts. If you don't like it, don't ask me. Ask the people who fucking perpetrated it.
Mhm.
And maybe I'm wrong on that.
Well, I think these are two different situations. I think it is, because like if you have somebody who is calling people out and by their action actually doing harm to the community, that is different from someone who's like, oh, you Star Wars? Well, you're an asshole, and I'm going to dox you, and I'm going to call you out, and I'm going to get everybody stirred up into a tizzy. That's different. That is a difference of opinion. That is not someone who is embezzled or caused problems for others in the community.
Matt,
They're two different things,
away,
I
please.
think.
Yeah.
And one I agree with, and the other one
sorry.
I'm like,
Was it me?
so
All right.
I don't know.
Well, look, since I'm here on limited time, I'm just going to jump in and say this. Loki's actually more right than I would choose to say ever. My opinion is I try not to weigh in on YouTube stuff within the fellowship. If it's outside of the fellowship, I'm like, have at it. You're fair game, whatever. But if it's creators in your own sphere and everybody's trying to row the boat in the same direction, I don't see an upside.
And there's not, honestly, culture.
No.
There's not. It's
Yeah.
more me fed up and getting it off my chest in a way that I'm not pointing a finger directly at someone, but I'm relating that. Well, maybe I was on the phone with somebody and they were talking about how stupid these people are and how they need to send them more money or they need to do this or some shit like that. And I'm like, I can't believe this motherfucker's sitting here telling me this shit on the phone. And then I bitch about it, but I never name them. There's no link back to them. I never give anything away that could lead to them, but then they got all pissy that they said something. I'm like, well, you motherfucker, you said something in the first place. You shouldn't be telling me this shit. I don't want to know this shit, culture. I didn't ask this motherfucker how he feels about this or that or what he thinks about the money he makes on YouTube. And that's why I'm just like, I don't want to talk fucking anybody anymore.
Well,
I don't want personal conversations on the phone with anybody.
Wait. Culture. Loki's making a point, and culture makes a great point. But culture, I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
You're saying if it's not within the community, what if they're abusing this community?
That's a whole other ballgame.
But then, how do you name them if they're still if there are people in this community doing this shit while hiding behind it? What do
you have to? You have to let people figure that out on their own.
Yeah. Look, I am a well. First of all, I'm going to say this: we have very intelligent viewers. That's where I'm going to start. I'm gonna start from that point.
Yes, we do.
So I can draw a line to somebody without saying their name or pointing them out. I don't have to. I can draw a line to them pretty easy. But if I don't ever feel like that I have to do that. First of all, somebody else is already taking care of it, which again, I'm not a drama guy. I don't do drama channels. I don't do anything like that. I would rather cover, and this is, look, somebody outside the community I can point a finger at, but I'm not going to talk about extensively. Who's going to be this Eliza Blue lady, right? Who is a very disappointing human being, in my opinion.
Yes.
Right?
If it was digitally traffic culture, we should all feel sorry for her.
You're verbally trafficking her. Be very careful.
Yeah, but outside of all that, outside of that, but if somebody's going after like something that's culturally significant, like let's say James O'Keefe, I'm going to talk about that. Those are the things I'm more likely to talk about because it affects everybody, the entire sphere. AB, this Eliza Blue person, she's found out. The people who were like snowed over and blinded to her bologna sausage, man, they're not anymore. So, so I always make the assumption that everybody out there that's watching us or hanging out with us, I mean, a lot of us watch each other. I mean, to be fair, I watch y'all. I mean, I do. I listen to you. I do say hi, Steven.
No, we made the joke. You know what I'm talking about.
Whack him.
No. You know the joke. You don't like saying
no, he's busting my balls for a stream last week.
Culture, you don't like saying hi sometimes in chat because everyone has to greet you and it's more time when you're doing work. I'm not ratting you out. It's the truth.
No.
Like,
Take
that backhand and hit someone else.
And like with me, I don't even like that. It's not even about that. It's not the fact that I have to answer a bunch of people. It's that I don't want to derail anything. Oh shit, Loki, or here's an invite, and I'm like, oh god, don't stop the fucking show just because I said hi or because I weighed in. God damn it, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to throw anybody off. I don't want anything to stop.
But see, Loki, I'm so chat oriented. If you watch my streams, and I do this all the time, I'll literally go down the chat and just talk to people. I am the worst YouTuber in the planet. So
to be honest, I really don't have much to say on this one.
Well, you don't get involved in drama.
No, that's the thing, because I I feel like I'm just like naturally stayed so far away from it. It just reminds me a lot of the kind of the old stuff that back then. That Fats and Loki and everybody would talk to me about. It's almost like we're going back to that same circle again. And I'm just kind of like, whenever I see stuff like that, I may ask around, but then I'm just like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, all right.
See, that's just it. It falls under the emotional, how you're feeling the emotion, and whether or not you actually do something. And I think there comes a point, and I will stand by this, that they have to be named. But you can do it in such a fashion that is professionally done, where it doesn't make you look like an asshat. You're not just wagging your fingers like most of the nihilists on Twitter, and you're letting them know that, look, this has been going on for this long. They're still doing it. And guess what? If you guys haven't figured it out yet, here are the stepping stones. I think there is a way to do it. At the same time, you also are putting yourself in jeopardy, because then people are going to get that perception avenue and think you're just doing this for this, and this. No matter at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much truth you speak, people are going to perceive it in a different faction, and they will either villainize you, heroize you, or they just don't want to deal with you, period, and they will just leave your chat forevermore.
And that's why you need to, and that's why a lot of the times I stay out all that bullshit now.
Yep,
I went after a guy, and I went after him hard. I went after him on Twitter. I went after him on YouTube. This was a couple years ago, all because he was using a dead guy's content. He was using a friend of ours. He was a really good friend of ours. He passed away. He was using his content, and I went after him, and I was going after him on Twitter, and I was doing all this shit. And until I realized, you know what, all I'm doing is feeding this guy, because he's like, well, he's coming up with every excuse in the book, and he's lying to everybody about this and pointing his shit out and making me the bad guy. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If people have to see it for themselves, if you go to someone and they could be your best friend, it could be Arwen. And I'm like, oh my God, Arwen, Steven, he did this and he did this. And then Steven turns around and goes, you know what, Arwen, he lied to you. It was all Loki. Loki started it. All that does is put Arwen in this position where she's like, well, fuck. What the hell? I love hanging out with Loki, talking to Loki. I love hanging out with Steven, talking to Steven. Who the fuck do I believe?
There's no winners. And this is the thing, and this is one of the things that I love, and I'm glad that Nick's here, because now I can talk trash at Nick.
Hey.
I get a chance to watch Loki every single weekday. It's one of the things that helps me get processed and set up for my show, is because, Loki will set your head straight, which I appreciate.
And culture calms me down. Just to add to what culture's saying, culture calms me down, because after my show, I'll watch his 6 minutes, and sometimes it's not 6 minutes. Like
20 minutes on Thursday.
To go on that real quick, Loki.
Yeah,
culture is like a cigar and a brandy.
Oh, I wish
I only have one. To be fair, I will be honest. I do have some drama with culture.
Oh yeah, what is that?
When's the Sunday Culture Review coming back? I'm just wondering, because I've basically been taking over your slot,
which I love. I love getting traction in that spot. No, what we're gonna do? We're gonna relaunch that on Sundays. But I'm building a roster of interviews, because we're gonna have rotating panelists. Each Sunday we'll have obviously you and Steven and maybe Loki if he ever gets up in the morning on a Sunday. But we'll rotate different people through, and then we'll have one guest that we interview, somebody that's of significance, that's doing something cool. Wow. And then we'll the next week we'll have a rotating panel and a different guest. So that's the plan with the Sundays. So when we get back to Sunday mornings, that's what it'll be. I'm to be fair, trying to come up with graphics for the show now. So it's all on me. And you know what? It's because I'm old and tired and stuff. But look, last word, because I have to leave, and I know Nick hasn't had a chance to talk yet, and he's more wise than I am. But
I don't know about all that.
It's true. It's true. But drama's doesn't serve anybody, especially if, like I said, inside the community, calling out people for what they do. Mm-hmm. That's that maybe there's a place for that, right? Especially if you have receipts like Steven was suggesting, but it doesn't help. We're all trying to row the boat the same way. Most of us are covering things that are of significance. We're covering events culturally that it will either be something positive or to our detriment. We need to the rationalizations that need to occur within that sphere rather than like, this person is like asking for super chats every 15 seconds, which again, it annoys me too, Loki. But at the same time, some people, they're relying on some form of income from YouTube. Fortunately, I'm not at that point yet where this is like a job. I mean, it's kind of is. I'm doing this, basically like a full-time job, but I'm not relying on it for income.
Wait. Who's asking? Who's DSPing? In our community?
People do. Loki's not wrong. I've seen it, but
I try not to. I am.
I have no time for that. In fact, I told my audience a week ago. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was last Thursday or something. But I said, look, right now we're in tough economic times. I said, do not feel compelled to send a super chat if you cannot afford it. Do not feel compelled to be a member if you cannot afford it. Because while that does benefit me and I appreciate it, YouTube's taking 30% of it.
Yeah.
And I'm that 70% I appreciate. It does help me, keep up on equipment and everything like that. I got a light I got to replace now. But it just at the same time, it's like you save your nickels. We're not even in the middle of it yet as far as how bad the economy is going to be. So let's just take care of each other a little bit, So anyway, I gotta go.
Okay.
Look, I blame Daryl for this whole panel coming together. and I'll come back and hang with you guys next Friday. Unfortunately tonight I double booked myself.
No, you're good, brother. I appreciate it so much.
Always a pleasure, Culture.
I love all you guys. I saw the Princes in the chat. What's up? And Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington. You got a great audience, man. I wish I could stick around. I love you guys. I'll see you later.
See you, Culture.
Take care.
Love you, Culture.
And then
the great and fabulous Culture.
Then there was 6. What do I feel like I'm on Hell's Kitchen now?
I just think people reach a certain point with YouTube is like you start your channel is part of you. It's part of your life. It's part of whether it's your work, whether it's your fun, your events. You could have some type of respect and care for it and some type of mentality for it, and you want that flow to go. And if people start disrupting it, you give them so many fucking chances. And when those chances run out, the chances then fall on you. How long until I snap? I could have snapped last year. I could have snapped the year before. I didn't. I have preluded to stuff. But I think it also falls in the mentality of people. But at the same time, how far do you let evil go before evil is just hiding in plain sight? And we've seen this, whether it be pop culture, whether it be in our own community, whether we see drama channels, not ours. Like if you actually look at YouTube drama channels and stuff like that, there eventually comes a point where people are just eventually going to make a video about you. They're going to show what you did, and then it's going to be out for the whole world to see. It doesn't matter if you're an Eliza Blue or that Umbrella guy, Neurotic, or even a Loki. It doesn't matter. Eventually,
you can't live for that, though.
No.
And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but
I'm not living for that.
I'm saying you can't live. You can't live like that. You can't live with this thing like, oh my God, someone's going to say this about me, or someone's going to say it. It doesn't fucking matter. I've had people come after me for shit I've done in the past. I want to tell you guys, I was not the nicest person. I was a really, really mean Loki one. The whole hashtag blame Loki shit, man. If you talk just 5-6 years ago, I was not a nice person. I did not do nice shit. This has been a gradual change. This has been a learning experience for me. I am genuinely trying to be a better person. I was a fucking dick who would have just as easily beat the shit out of you as well as look at you.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody fucks up.
I think you're also, I understand what you're saying, but I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying live in that mentality, that lifestyle, eventually something like that's going to happen. I'm saying there's always going to be a breaking point. If it's not us, it's going to be someone eventually who is going to eventually like, look, I'm tired of seeing this shit, and they're going to lace it out. I'm not saying I am in that mentality. I have learned a lot from a lot of these people in this panel. You can't keep focusing on shit. You got to push forward and just have fun with what you're doing. And I am. A lot of people are, but there's a lot of other people who are in a boat where they don't know where to grasp. And I'm not saying they're living in that moment. I'm saying if it's not me or Loki or anyone else going to make that video, it will just be a random one day.
But sometimes people also got to learn for themselves, man. There's no amount of telling someone this is a person who does not have your best interest at heart. Mm-hmm. There's no amount of telling some people that will get them to see that until that person pulls that shit on them. That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, I want to chime in. I need to chime in on here on this, okay? Because I'm listening to what y'all are saying, okay? And Loki, you were like, you were an asshole. You weren't a very nice person. Blah 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 blah. I am a nice person. Okay, I'm probably one of the most harmless people on YouTube. I just want to come in, have my forks, have my roided owls, have a good time, share my thoughts. It is what it is. It's not that deep. Okay, and I've had people who were very, very close who called me family. They called me family. Drag my ass into drama that I did not ask for. A couple of times this has happened.
Yeah. No, I've been right there with you.
And I'm like, what the hell? And then because I didn't do whatever it was that they wanted me to do, they dropped my ass like a hot potato. And then I got drama over in another camp calling me really nasty names.
And that's why, just because someone calls you family, they got to treat you like family. There's treating you like family, and then there's calling you family. And that's one of the sad things. Yeah.
I guess my point is this. It's one thing which I agree with. You can't stay in that mindset. You can't let those things affect you. However, they do affect you. They do. We are human. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to use some real language. When you got some bitch over on another platform calling you a cunt who doesn't even know you and dragging your name, it's like, what do people supposedly that you're family with? It's like, what the hell? Of course that's going to affect you. Of course that's going to hurt you. But what do you do at that point? I agree. You do have to move on. You do, but it is hard. But it is like, it's like the door to Wonderland is open, and you step through that door. And instead of meeting the caterpillar with the hookah, you know, or actually you meet them first, and you're all chill, and everything is wonderful, and you got the flowers singing. You know, then you meet the fucking red queen who wants to off with your head. And you're like, whoa, I thought this was Wonderland. What is this?
So it is Wonderland. I wonder what happened to this land.
I like that. That's
but yes, you do. I mean, you do have a point, but you don't have to be an asshole to get drama. You don't have to be, you know, mouthy to get drama.
No,
absolutely. You know, harmless little Southern girl and piss somebody off because you tell them to
everyone wants a villain.
I was saying what I was saying earlier was you can't wait around and go, oh my God, someone's gonna make a video about some old shit that I did, or me being a dick, or someone's gonna you can't worry about that. Just be you and make sure people know you.
You have power.
Yeah.
If you're you and you're genuine and that's honest, if someone is like, oh well, you aren't really who you say you are, well, fuck you and your opinion. You can take your opinion and kiss my ass with it.
Okay, then that was two different topics because that's not where I was coming from. But I get where you're saying that, and I agree with that. Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying, don't sit around and worry that someone's going to try and make a video about you or that you're a piece of crap. Don't worry about that. Just do your due and
first one to like it.
Just do what you do and keep being who you are. Fuck it if they can't take it.
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, Wikipedia finally blocked me.
Yeah.
Oh, you finally got the Wikipedia badge of honor.
Daryl, I got Jack. Yeah, Daryl, I got Jack Murphy and Wikipedia to block me in the same day.
Oh, man.
Steven wins.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I don't
congratulations, Daryl.
I'm just happy.
I wanted that trophy.
The end of the day,
I'm so proud of you.
At the end of the day, I learned this, and I learned this from Loki too. At the end of the day, the drama is always going to be there. You just got to ignore it, push on, and realize that as much as they're going to make you their problem, eventually people are going to get tired of hearing them whining about you being their problem, because they'll ask for proof. They'll ask for why don't you like them? And when you don't give it to them, and there's just cause, eventually the people are like, well, why the fuck am I dealing with you? Because one day I'm going to be the same person, and it's just cause. It's the truth. It's tedious. It's great for the moment when you want to put that energy into something and just let it all out, and you attach everything negative that's been going on and just. But afterwards, you'll be drained. Everyone has this moment.
Yeah.
I will still stand by it. If I choose to ever name someone, it's because I've had enough. and I'm making that choice. Whatever comes afterwards, that's still my fault. But you can't, at the same time, I'm going to stay out of it. If people are going to be shit on my stream, I'm going to tell them to shut up. If people are going to be shit in my chat, I'm going to tell them to shut up. Or I'm going to mute their comment, or I'm going to kick them out, or I'm going to troll the F out of them, which everyone's been there to see, until eventually they leave or they get cucked by their boyfriend's girlfriend. Either way, I win. But the problem is with drama, I'm done with it. I am done with it. I'm making fun of it, but I'm done with it. A lot of people are done with it. It's the ones that keep trying to initiate that old drama are the ones people should watch, and just keep an ear out and be like, why are you bringing up old things? Why can't you push on? Everyone's guilty of that, including myself. Because as soon as something pops up again, it's like, well, I thought this was done with. Why is it coming up again? It's because they're feeling irrelevant, they're feeling insecure, and they go back to their old traits. Bullies never stop being bullies. Same way professional victims never stop being professional victims, because it's all they know. They don't change.
Right there.
I agree with that completely, 100%.
That's why I make emojis instead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Steven, you said something great and then you ruined it with a joke.
Hey, that's like a fart in the wind. Oops, sorry, panel.
And by the way, if I ever start asking for super chats, just tell me to fuck off. Seriously, because I don't do that. Secondly, y'all scare me with super chats way too much.
I love it.
So easy to scare. Oh my God.
I'm playing a game, and it just, me singing to myself scares the shit out of me.
It's become a tradition now.
It got 6 and forbidden yesterday. Someone's dog lost their shit in the stream last night.
I bursted out laughing when you said that super chat during a tense moment during the Last of Us stream. I knew it was going to happen. I was like, "Oh, this is."
It used to get my cat, but they're used to it now. They hear the song and they're just like, "Okay, we've heard that before." Because it happens so much.
There is one thing I want to attach this to. This comes to another thing, like when it comes to drama. The channel is a part of yourself. The channel is an extension of you. It always will be, because you're putting so much of your soul into it. If any motherfucker comes into your face and gives you an ultimatum for your channel, for them to come on or not come on, or this and that, you shut the door and you find someone that's more gracious.
That actually happened.
Or tell you to stay.
Are you serious?
That happened. Yep. It did happen.
Wow.
They would give ultimatums like, I won't come on your channel if you invite this person.
Nope.
Yeah. And you know what? It takes a weak person to demand another person of their own ownership what to do.
Yeah, but if they were to say do it in a different way, instead of giving you the ultimatums like, hey man, I don't want to cause any problem, but I can't be on with this person.
No,
it wasn't sorry, blah 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 blah.
That's different though.
Different.
But that's different.
Yeah.
This was not
different.
that. This was not that.
Yeah.
This was ultimatum. You came into my house and said, I'm going to shit on your carpet and you're going to clean it up for me because I don't want to deal with it.
I love that. Okay, I love
the nuts and rub your nose in it.
I'm gonna shit on your carpet and then I'm gonna rub my ass across it and drag my ass on your carpet.
If you want me to sign your comic book, you better let me shit on your floor.
Imagery. Yeah.
This serious shit needs to be talked about, but you can do it in such a format. For me, like, I come from back experience, like that rage and the disappointment, that shit's all there, but I'm not like attached to it anymore. 2022 was just brutally across the board. Right. But it's a good reminder and lesson. Mac, you and I have had talks. Loki and I have had talks. All of us here have had talks one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing I've noticed is if I can be as transparent as possible, that's enough I need to do. You bring
I'm so white, I'm almost clear, so I'm pretty translucent.
Okay, reverse landing strip. One haircut and it's all over. Sorry about that.
You build 1,000 bridges.
I will say one thing though. I gotta thank you though. If it wasn't for my the Demon, the Subscribe Star I saved for a year, and I got my PS5 because of that. I can't be more grateful. I didn't expect it, but I work hard. A lot of us work hard. I spend way too much time on the internet. And now where I am now, I'll say this honestly, I love working for Valiant. I love working for Pro. I do.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's freaking awesome. There's a lot of stuff out there. Even if you can't be the creator you want, eventually someone will notice you and you might become the creator you want to be in a different way. It's all out there. You don't need to ask for super chats or your PayPal or the soul of your firstborn or a blood donation so you can fill it up with a Stan Lee pencil. It don't fucking matter.
Stool sample.
I asked people
no,
to
we're
pee
not
in the
going
cup.
there.
I didn't say stool sample. Who's stool sample?
No, you're
What?
going. No, but he's
Wait,
going
what?
down all like. Didn't you
Hold
say
on,
like?
Hold on a second. Wait, what?
I'm out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, and I mean, it
I'm
gets,
about to leave my own damn screen. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I was like, damn, you been down.
some people want so
Oh,
much. It's the
jeez.
running joke. Some people want so much from you. It's like shit. You want to, you know, you want my blood type. You want a stool sample. Do you want what the hell? You know, just back off a little bit.
I got a test next week. at
Everything
work.
is
I need
fine,
you to
y'all.
pee in the
Everything
cup.
is fine.
I went from a blood sample and she went to stool sample. Like,
Well, you see blood sample.
Hold on
You
a second now. Hold on now. It's like, so hold up. Wait a minute.
this got weird real quick. Oh, and I like to say this out too quickly. I ain't perfect, man. If I fuck up, come to my door and tell me I fuck up. I would respect that, so I know not to do it again. I'd rather have that transparency right back to my face, like a lot of us would, and that's the one thing that doesn't happen. It's the truth.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
But no one ever wants to come up and say, hey, if someone don't know you fucked up, or you don't know you fucked up and someone has a problem, but they never approach you to tell you, hey, you fucked up, how the fuck are you ever going to fix that problem?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I do something that screws something up, or, you know, I said the wrong thing, you know, dude, hit me up.
Some people don't
I've had
want to
people
rock
do
the
that.
boat. And I have to remind people, I thought we were here to rock the fucking boat. I thought that was the point. That's why I'm fucking here, is to rock the goddamn boat. So if you're not here to rock the goddamn boat, what's the point?
We have all barrels on this boat.
Okay, I want to piggyback on that. I want to piggyback on that too, because okay, if you don't want to go and talk to somebody, like Stephen was saying, you know, if there's an issue or a problem or whatever, how the hell do you know that it may not just be a misunderstanding?
That's just it.
If you don't nut up and go to someone and say, look, can we talk? Go in good faith, though. That's the problem. Not a lot of people want to humble themselves and go in good faith. They want to go in guns blazing, ready to attack. They want to go in on the offensive. They don't want to go in with humility and say, look, you know, you're my friend, but I need to talk about this. I need to, whatever it is. And 9 times out of 10, that's just a misunderstanding.
Well, sometimes you don't want to kill a friendship either, because something has happened. And you know that, because I've come to you about something, Arwen, where I'm in like, this shit happened. What the fuck am I supposed to? I mean, I don't want to just go in there and be like, you know what? This is horse shit and fuck you. And I don't want to talk to you anymore and yada, yada, yada. That's not what I want. But there's sometimes where you're like, do I risk this friendship with this person to bring up this issue?
And is the friendship worth it? To be really careful about. And like I said, go in good faith and go in humility. And you need to be careful. You know, I'm not saying there's not steps that need to be taken. And there are ways to do it that are obviously going to be better than others. And so, and sometimes there are things you can't just work out on your own. It's like, look, you know, maybe I'm the one with the issue here. I'm the one with the problem. I'm the one, whatever. I can work this out. But I'm just saying, if there really is something that it is hurting your friendship by not bringing it up, then it might be better to find a way to discuss it, because it could just be a misunderstanding. It could be they said something, you took it the wrong way. Not you, Loki. I'm talking the general you.
Yeah,
right. You know, you took it the wrong way, or it's like, wait a minute, did I hear them right? Were they talking about me? What the hell? And I've done that, y'all. I've admitted that. I've heard something, I've taken it away. I've gone back, been like, what the hell? You know, what? And it's like, no, relax. No, I wasn't even talking about you, or I didn't mean you, or whatever. And it's like, okay. So you have to weigh that balance, and you have to figure out, is this relationship, whether it's just a general friendship, streaming, an acquaintance, you know, a close relationship, whatever it is, sometimes you have to put stock in that relationship and trust that, you know, it's important to you to talk to this person about it. in humility, in love, in respect, and then maybe that can get worked out. To me, that's better than stewing on it. And believe me, I'm the queen of stewing. I know what I'm talking about. I stew on shit, and it's not healthy and it's not good. And I'm learning.
No, you got
open
my number.
Daryl, that's why we're twins, because you understand. And it's not healthy. It is not good to stew on things. And as hard as it is to say, can we talk about this? Even if they get defensive, because they may not get defensive. You just don't know.
To piggyback off that, and to Arwen and Loki, I believe it falls under this category. If you think it's going to hurt the friendship, that maybe you have to overlook that. It's the same thing like you were telling me with like, I can't be worried, like people can't be worried about a video coming out about me. If the friendship is valued to you so much and you love that friendship, it is worth saying that. And if there's misunderstandings and the friend feels the same way back, or if it's even a lover, whatever it is, family member, and they feel the same way back, they are going to listen and figure out what the misunderstanding was, and you can calm them down. That's what friends do for each other. If the friendship is worth it, if the meaning behind what you need to say is said, and even if there's a misunderstanding and you can still talk through it, then the friendship is saved. That's the type of bonds, right? These are the bonds we're all trying to find here on this platform while fighting this platform and fighting everything else going on with industrialized media, comic books, movies, fandoms. It all comes down to one thing. They're trying to separate and divide. So are you willing to divide the cost of a friendship that might happen over trying to maintain a friendship that will still happen? God, why am I being so philosophical? I need to.
You are. You really are. But it's you always are those two.
No, not always. No, you're not usually just fart jokes.
No, you're philosophical, and then you end with a fart joke. That's usually how that works.
Fart joke.
Nick, you've been awful quiet, buddy.
Man, I'm just waiting for
jump in.
I mean, yeah, I'm letting you guys kind of say. I came in late and I'm sitting here working. But I do got a quick question. So Loki actually sent me for Christmas a Final Fantasy VI Famicom boxed cartridge game, like fully like a boxed version. Damn. And I'm ordering a protective case. Is that's Super Famicom?
Yeah,
right?
that's Super Famicom.
All right,
yep.
I'm ordering one right now. I had it pulled up, and I was gonna text you, but I saw that you were in here, so I was like, oh, I'll just ask them in stream. So yeah, I'm ordering that right now, and then I will proudly display it.
And you know what? Since we're talking about drama, someone, you know, I got that, and I got a couple more of those. So I ordered them for a couple of people, and someone chimed in and was like, "What a cheap gift!" And I was like, "Bitch, are you fucking serious?" Oh, well, it's not not the American version. And I'm like, "Suck my fat fucking
dick." First, what is wrong with these people? I would take that in a heartbeat.
I'm like, look at that cart. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it. Is like, I mean, the cartridge, the box. It's just like, yeah, Nick, as soon as I got mine, because I got 4, 5, 6 and Chrono Trigger. Yeah. And as soon as I got mine, I was like, protective cases going up on my shelf. I'm displaying that shit. And I'm looking at the American version. I'm like, man, it's dull compared to those. It's kind of dull. It's just like the black and blue box.
It pops.
The black
it looks
and red
good.
Box. Yeah.
I like the artwork.
Yes.
I had to order 3. I only need 1, so if you're going to be at Retropalooza, Houston, you will be.
I will be at the one in Houston.
Dallas.
Yeah,
I'll give you the other two cases.
Just don't order anything from DK Oldies.
No, hell no.
Yeah,
no. And but yeah, they don't clean their shit. Fuck them.
Yeah, but yeah, we have had all kinds of crazy drama going on lately. And we don't really do like in the 4 years of our channel, I think there's been sprinkled drama topics in there. I mean, we don't do them regularly. But we recently had a big YouTuber come at us for talking to another YouTuber that they don't like. And I'm talking about
right there.
I'm talking about like getting on us. Like, how could you? Like, I'm done with EBN. I can't believe you guys talked to that guy, and all kinds of credit. And I'm like, bro, like, we're cordial to this person. He hasn't personally done anything to us. You know, we're not gonna be dickheads, you know? And so yeah, it's pretty crazy and stupid. But then here recently, then you had the stuff going on with other YouTubers that are turning on other friend YouTubers that I'm sure you guys probably know.
Oh God, the smoker's cough.
What I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry, my mic's on. My bad.
No, that's okay.
Oh my God.
That's okay. I mean, that was publicly done, so
yeah.
It
It
was.
Except for that one and that one and that was right.
Yeah.
Hey, sailor.
It's man.
Oh God, no! Oh, fuck! I thought
Loki
Wendy
knows
was here.
now.
I thought Wendy was here for a minute. Son of a bitch! I heard, hey, Taylor.
Hey Taylor, how you doing?
God.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think she's working at the chicken shack tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Her 50-cent lap
She's
dance.
eating at the chicken.
but that person
The
is starting
dirty
to lose
douche.
support.
Only 50 cents are one.
Nick,
The new nickel strip club down the street called the Dirty Douche.
Nick, the day I heard that happening, and I know what stream you're talking about,
Yeah.
I just called it out on my stream too, because like I know these guys, and I know, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?" Just like it's all weird. I will stand by the people I respect. That's the thing. Clinton, I think it was Clinton that made a great one. Respect is greater than fame, right? So if people respect you, it's much better a commodity.
Yeah.
Fame only lasts a moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
Arlena, I'm sorry. I know when flowers go, that sucks. I'm sorry. I wish they'd last forever. I wish they had like infinite flowers. I would have sent those.
Get the ones that are still good and laminate them.
Yeah. But yeah, the she came after us, and I remember Loki told us like, don't do this stream, you know, that's what she wants. But we were taking kind of like a high road approach to it because it was,
I just got the smoker's cup. I know who you're talking about now. Oh my God.
That's why I said
Check it out. A light bulb just went off above my head. Oh my God.
From the can.
Is it okay if I could?
I'm gonna tell you who to listen to.
Is it okay if I could for just a moment on that?
yeah.
Okay.
But we did take the high road, but she publicly came after us. And was telling people to unsub from us and all that. And we basically just, if somebody's going to publicly come after us and specifically name us, I mean, we're going to
Nick, is it okay if I can interject for just a moment on that one?
Yeah.
As long as you do it in a smoker's cop.
I know exactly who you're talking about. And because I forgot who it was, but somebody in my chat on last Sunday's show, they brought that up. And then I saw who the name was, and I'm like, okay, she's had a bad rap with other people, including, Stig, of course, a big drama involving Stig Kenobi.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that is trouble. That is
coming to the dark side. We got ashtrays.
Dude, like almost 2 years ago, I was watching one of her live streams, and she was talking about George Lucas, and I just made a comment about Lucas. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, you're just angry. You're just bitter." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, typed in chat, "No, I'm not angry at all. I was just commenting." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you are." And then her chat just started dogpiling on me. I was like, "All right, see ya."
This bitch left a comment on one day and said that in one of my morning streams, and I I wasn't talking about anything she was talking about, but she said I was disrespecting Valiant, that I just hated Valiant. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I talked to Valiant just the other day. I don't fucking hate Valiant. And Tom, I'm like, I had Tom on Friday. Do you not watch my fucking show? You're talking bad about Tom, and you're talking bad about Valiant, and you're talking bad about me. And I'm like, bitch, that had nothing to do with you.
I was like, you.
Okay. Hang on, Loki. There was another time. I don't think it was the same time where y'all were just having a conversation about Disney and Star Wars.
Obi-Wan
and
sucks.
she got spun out in chat and told y'all, and I will never forget it because I'm like, what the hell? Told y'all to stop talking about it. She told you 3 times, stop. You need to stop talking about it. You don't know what you're talking about. You need Daryl. Were you there for that one?
You need to listen to Valiant.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Morgan Freeman, tone it down.
I am leaving. Y'all have not stopped talking about it. I am leaving, and I'm thinking, okay, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
She's the very definition of gatekeeper.
Because I would not admit. Okay, so it was because I would not say that at the end of Book of Boba Fett that Leia, Han, and the twins are going to show up, and she's pregnant with what not Jason but Anakin. So she was going to shut this fucking that Leia and Han were going to show up at the end of Boba Fett with 2 twins, Jason and Gianna, and she's pregnant with Anakin, and that was going to show that they were bringing the EU back and getting rid of all the. So because I would not say that, I was a horrible fucking person and need to be canceled. I didn't know what I was talking about. Valiant knows. Tom knows.
It was intense.
Doomcock knows. All these people know, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And
I was like, no way that's happening.
And you know what? Me and Valiant disagreed. He said that they were going to have a de-aged Han come in, that they were de-aging Harrison Ford. And you know what? We didn't fucking go after each other. Neither one of us. Now Valiant did eat a bag of dicks. But they were candy dicks. They were candy dicks because I was like, there's no way Harrison Ford. But he could have been right. And it could have been me, eating my hat. I said, I'll eat my hat if you eat a bag of dicks. And he's like, well, I don't know about that. And then Mike sent him a bag of candy dicks and a bag of chocolate dicks, gummy dicks and chocolate dicks. And but he never like was like, I'm never speaking to you again or any shit like that.
No, I mean, hell, if he didn't have a recording session to do right now, he'd be here right now.
Yeah,
but he had priorities because I don't plan anything here. I just shoot from the hip. So I appreciate everybody taking their time out to come here today. I really.
And I mean, I would have needed some maple syrup for that hat too, and a good knife to get through.
Hey, Whitechapel, you can say it proper. I don't care. You can say fuck.
Yeah, okay. God, that was like a giant light bulb going off in my head. Oh my God, I know you're talking about.
I was like, I know you're talking about because I was like, her name was brought up on my show last Sunday. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Why do you think it caps random out of the blue on my Twitter just goes Harrison Ford is a dick?
Oh, that's okay. That explains everything.
And everyone's like, "What did Harrison Ford do?" I'm like, "Y'all fucking no, no."
Oh my God, y'all!
What wrong numbers, Wade?
I love that, Apollomy. Young Stormtrooper. I missed you, Dad. Dad Stormtrooper. I missed you too.
Yeah, Apolomy's been dropping some dad jokes, guys. I am so sorry I haven't said hi to anybody in the chat. We just came out of the gate swinging, and I just wanted to keep it going.
I have to admit something though, y'all. My opinion has changed on talking about stuff like that because before I was kind of at the camp where, okay, well, I don't know. That seems kind of tacky. It seems in bad form, if somebody says something to say anything like that, like, especially if it's just like an opinion again. And if we're talking opinions, but however, if they take that opinion and they turn it into a personal attack against someone else, I say, you put it out there. You made a whole video on so-and-so or a whole video on this, attacking them, doxing them, trashing them, whatever. I'm like, balls to the wall, baby. You opened up that can of worms.
Well, we got people that disagree and don't agree with our opinions all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not like, oh my gosh, like you don't know what you're talking about. We're right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys and I have had disagreements. I mean, not bad ones, but it's like y'all think certain things are going to happen. I think certain things are going to happen. We don't jive on that, but it's like, hey, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get the story of Luke's boyfriend. We have a whole gay arc.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait!
Start with me on that one. Jesus Christ.
Does Luke paint his dick green like a lightsaber?
I think I died a little
did you guys see that?
Same here.
Did you guys see that Wikipedia actually changed the pronouns for Luke back to normal?
Yeah,
to just he him.
Well,
what did they have it as? They them?
They had it as he them, I think, or he they, or something.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Well, yes, I am gonna segue because
So
damn it, why
stupid.
not? What the hell does a they pronoun have to do? Okay, say Luke did come out, and Lucas was like, yeah, I meant for Luke always to be, a raging homosexual. Okay, it's not gonna make any sense, but say he did that.
His sister.
What the hell does that have to do with a they pronoun? One has got dick to do with another.
They're pulling it from a Disney era EU book of short stories where Luke was holding hands with a guy
on Hoth.
On Hoth
to stay warm.
To stay warm.
Right, to stay warm, yeah.
And he like looked down at his hand and then like looked at him and smiled or something to that effect. But there was never anything in the story that said anything about him being
romantic or sexual
romantically or sexually attracted to the guy.
Well, it's literally inside
it's working. I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, come on. You can miss anything nowadays.
It's like A New Hope, where Wikipedia, Virtue Signalpedia, whatever you want to call it, Jack Murphypedia, whatever I've memed the crap out of them. I don't care. They also use that one clip. I know who he is. He is me. I'm like, that's Obi-Wan talking to Luke. That's how the script was written. He doesn't make him. That's his pronouns. And he's like, and everyone's like, well, it's in the source material. I'm like, KK said there's no source material. Your whole argument is valid.
Thank you. Luke's never been a they them or
the thing is Disney doesn't have a lot going on with Star Wars. They got The Mandalorian coming, but it's not out yet, and they have nothing going on, so they have to cause controversy. Why do you think Pablo Hidalgo still works for Disney to stay relevant? Him and his cronies have to cause drama and get people yapping. Thank you, Daryl. Right there.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of them are involved with the Wikipedia site.
Yes,
they probably are.
Pablo Hidalgo helps run that motherfucker.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's what I was saying last week. Yeah, Pablo was.
And it's anything to fuck over the fans with him. So yeah, anything to make the fans mad. That's why he's there.
I do not understand that, y'all. I do not. And maybe I come from old school, theater. But when I was in that world, brief time that it was, one thing that you are supposed to appreciate are your fans, because they are the reason why your ass is either on stage or on film, whether it's TV or cinema. They are your bread and butter, motherfucker. And when you start turning against your fans, then you have your whole priorities askew.
The problem, Armin, with them, this is how they view it. Anyone who they did not bring into the fold when Disney bought them does not matter, because none of the money is going to Disney. So anyone who spent money on Star Wars, anyone who bought toys, anyone who bought books, anyone who bought EU, anybody who bought games, anything, if it did not have the Disney label on it, it does not matter.
Which is nuts from a business perspective, because I guarantee you the fan base that could have been brought in from old Star Wars is a hell of a lot bigger than the new fan base that Disney tries to bring in.
And that to me is worth more than
themselves in the foot business wise. That's a stupid ass decision.
That right there is worth more than the $4.5 billion that they paid for the IP. The fans are worth more than that.
People love these characters. They love these stories. Grew up with these stories. It is literally some these films and this world, this space opera that Lucas created is literally built into the fabric and the backdrop of people's lives. And why the hell others can't understand that, then I just don't get it. then that means they have never truly fallen in love and related to something on such a level. And I consider myself very much a Star Wars normie, and shit, even I know that. Even I have an affection with Star Wars and how it changed my outlook on things. So
you just like Chewbacca because he's got the same color hair as you.
You know what's really funny?
I used to have a T-shirt with him on it. I love Chewbacca.
I still got
one. Because of Eris. I know someone now that is a straight up normie with Star Wars. They love the Obi-Wan series. They thought it was absolutely great. They initially loved Rings of Power, right? And I gave them a copy of the Silmarillion. And they went in, they read it, they asked some questions, but after they were done reading it, they were like, okay, now I understand why you're so adamant that the Rings of Power show, even though I enjoyed watching it at the time, has the problems that it does. Yeah. And I said, yeah. And she said, is it the same with Star Wars? And I said, yes. Except there's about 100 more books with Star Wars with a huge story that they threw in the trash to do their own thing.
Yep.
And that's why so many of us are upset.
Yeah.
And
I got to make a work call, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And they liked Boba Fett. Oh, well, I liked Boba Fett. Well, you didn't know anything about Boba Fett. And see, that's the thing. They had absolutely no idea who Boba Fett was, what the backstory was. They just liked this. Oh, well, he grew. It's a growing story. It's a. Well, I was this, and now I've grown into this. It's like a story of maturity. And I said, this is the thing, though. Boba Fett is the meanest, nastiest, no give a fuck in the galaxy bounty hunter. Hey, I'm going to do a rain dance. I'm going to do a rain dance with the sand people. No, I'm
like a banta.
It really does sadden me that we didn't that whole 1313 game, which is kind of really goes into Bulba's origins. Never came to fruition.
It's like they're taking the franchises, and I'm not making fun of normies here, but it's like, you know what they're doing? They're trying to Big Bang Theory you with fandom while calling you a moron, because you're not going to pick up the source material. You're not going to actually dive in. Some will, most won't. And when they're actually given the stories of where they watched and came from, and they're realizing, well, this is a major difference. Then they realize you're making me look like an idiot. You're calling me a moron. And you're seeing this, and I'm not trying to bring up politicals. I'm not going to do this, but you're seeing more of the left. I'm using it just as a terminology. Are starting to wake up and going, I'm tired of this crap. The social justice war is going on. I just want entertainment. I want to be able to turn on my TV or my Netflix, be able to watch something. There's nothing to watch, and everyone's watching YouTube. Why is that? Because everyone's tired of watching the same propaganda.
Yeah.
And people are tired, and people are genuinely tired of the divide. If it's just the intentional divide.
Night, Ryan.
There you go, Ryan.
Yeah, it's just like people are getting sick and tired of just feeling divided. It's like
I think that's what it is.
We can't find a common ground anymore.
And I don't care.
And it's done it's done intentionally.
Yeah.
You can see that the media is doing it intentionally, dividing us. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't spin out when people said they hated Avatar 2. I don't spin out when people, bitch about The Hobbit, say how horrible it was. I loved it, but I have my own issues with that trilogy. And I've been very vocal about that. But there are people that are like, oh my God, it sucks. It's horrible. But okay, fine. That is your opinion. The only time I get kind of, my hackles up is when I hear something like, well, you're stupid and an idiot and an asshole if you like these things.
You're not a real fan.
Yeah, or you're not, and it's like, wait a minute, slow your roll. Why just because somebody likes Avatar 2 or James Cameron movies in general, or enjoyed the Hobbit trilogy, all of a sudden they're stupid and assholes? I am Lord of the Rings, baby. That is my jam. That is my bread and butter. That is my crank. I absolutely adore it. But yet I can appreciate. It turns my crank. Yeah, that's my crank. Y'all never heard that? I've said that several times.
Yes, it's just funny coming from you.
It turns my crank. Arwen Avalon, 2023.
I was under the impression you had a slot, not a crank, but
okay. Well, anyway, moving on, Loki. But yes, the point is this. Don't tell me I'm not a real fan, because I appreciate what Jackson was trying to do with The Hobbit. There were some things that I just thought were stupid and he should have damn left them out. And damn, we didn't really need 3 movies for The Hobbit, but whatever. I still enjoyed it. And that doesn't mean I'm any less of a fan because I did. Y'all, I got something in my eye. Hang on. I'm going to go off camera for a minute. Pick at my eyelash.
You have a tear in your eye, Arnold.
Well, real quick.
I don't know. I'm hot.
She's talking about the Hobbit. I almost have a tear in my eye.
Gets me worked up. I'm going on an adventure. Oh, come on, y'all. There were some good parts. There really were.
Well, real quick,
the end of the
Scott
second
Westbrook
movie.
sent us a $10
Oh, I
tip.
know, Loki. I know that triggered you beyond anything.
Oh boy.
But anyway, I don't know. It's just it's that kind of stuff that spins me out. And that's what pisses me off, and that's what makes me go, why do we even have to go there? If there are differences of opinions, some people I wanted to like Boba Fett, y'all. I tried to like it. And I couldn't. I'm like, all he does is just, roll around the little village there with his helmet under his arm.
And with the Tatooine Power Ranger scooters.
What the hell? The Skittle mobiles?
God,
I mean, I was
Skittles mobiles. I forgot that. Thank you, Arwen. The Skittle mobiles.
Skittle mobiles. I wanted to like it, but I couldn't. I'm like, I just couldn't. But I'm not going to tell somebody who did genuinely enjoy it. I'm not going to look at them and go, you're an asshole. You're stupid. You don't know Star Wars. I'm not going to do that. I might say, well, do you know his backstory? And then talk to them about his backstory. And then they might be like, okay, well, I can see why you didn't, but I still, on surface level, I enjoyed it. I think that's awesome. Okay. That doesn't make you any less, doesn't make me any better, or vice versa. And that's the kind of bullshit we need to stop in this community. Is that, well, this is stupid. You're stupid. Ergo, you're, no. It's just opinions, y'all. We all have them.
They're like assholes.
And they all stink.
That's right.
Just like assholes, and they all stink. They all stink to somebody. It's not that deep. But I don't know. Sorry, I get worked up about stuff like this.
No,
Maybe
it's okay.
I shouldn't.
It's okay.
But,
real quick, to interject, Scott Westbrook, thank you, sir, so much. Send us a $10 tip.
Aww.
And here you go.
thank you.
There you go. Thank you.
Very nice.
It's the reason why I stopped doing pop culture shit. I stuck to gaming. Just tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people basing an opinion on whether or not they should be subbed to your channel. I don't think. Honestly, I should be able to talk. Anyone should be able to talk about whatever they want without you threatening or feeling threatened that their opinion is absolutely wrong. If you have that mindset,
I agree.
God damn, I can't help. I can't.
And that's why I like doing this here, because none of the people watch this shit. So I'm like, that's why my brand for this channel is you can cuss, drink, say what you think, and let your freak flag fly. That is this channel's motto.
I think that's just
but I am doing Picard.
I think a lot of it. I think for me, I've just become so like. I think I'm so like jaded.
It's not jaded, Mac.
No, for me. No, what I'm saying for me, I feel like it became.
Tell Steven, why are you doing Picard?
Honestly, I'll lay it straight out here. I've already seen the first 2 seasons, and I've been what the fuck. The 3rd season, if it is good as Robert Meyer Burnett says, because I do listen to other opinions and I'm willing to take the benefit of the doubt. If it is good, I'm going to use it as a basis of why didn't you do this the first 2 seasons and criticize the fuck out of them. At the same time, it will still not make up for the first 2 seasons and how they treated the characters that we already know, and then how they cucked Picard, how they cucked Q, and how they did all that else. As a fan, I need to know if Paramount still has the ability to give us Star Trek, because I know Kurtzman's not behind it. It's the other dude. At the end of the day, I'm like, why is it taking 3 movies before a fan is heard?
I would, if it makes
and I love TNG. I do. I love TNG. I love DS9. I don't care. I grew up on it. It's what I spent most of my time with my dad with. It doesn't matter. I still want to see how good it is. And I'm also going to pick it apart. I'm going to criticize it.
Right. And for Fats and Loki, if it does give you a little bit more ease and confirmation that, not only is it R&B was saying it, seems critical is kind of with him on that. And also Dave Cullen, formerly Computing Forever, is on the same fence. That the first couple episodes are actually pretty good.
I've gotten okay. So not only
I want to review it.
Not only did I get a chance to talk to R&B off the record,
right?
I got to talk to somebody else too. That is directly connected to Terry McAllis, whatever the hell his name is.
That's the one running Picard, right?
That's the one running Picard. Yeah. Now, here's something that I just got told is okay to talk about. Kurtzman has not seen Picard.
No.
He is the head of Star Trek. You are talking about the head of Star Trek, the guy that at the end of the day, this is who everyone answers to, is Kurtzman. And he has not watched anything. And the reason why is he has had absolutely nothing to do with it and does not care.
Mm-hmm. He's literally the head of Star Trek, but there is no head of Star Trek. Literally, his name is on there for credit only. Yep, I think I've heard the same news.
That's why they blow. Because nobody cares. You can be that in name only. That is not going to have you produce a good show. That means you have checked out on writers. You have checked out on talent. You have checked out on who's going to direct. You have checked out on how the IP is going to be treated. That's why these IPs are failing.
Paramount, the head of, okay, so you've got Kurtzman in this position. When Gene was doing TNG, the first couple of seasons were odd. There's some odd seasons at the beginning of TNG, and everybody said was just growing pains.
There are.
They literally sent Gene and what's her name? Majel Barrett, his wife, to Jamaica while they were doing, it was either the third or the fourth season. They actually got him out because they were constantly being overridden for their ideas. We're talking about Michael Berman. We're talking about the original writers. We're talking about the original team. We're constantly being overridden and told you can't do this by Gene. When Star Trek picked up, it's because they kind of pushed Gene out when TNG picked up. When and a lot of people are going to argue that, but they just did the exact same thing to Kurtzman. Kurtzman was on vacay. They sent Kurtzman off. I think he was in the Bahamas when they were doing Picard. So this whole thing with Picard was done with Kurtzman out of the office. And that was Paramount's idea. And this gets made. Now, either they're just going to let him do whatever they want to, or Kurtzman's going to come back in and say, nope, we're not doing that. I don't care about it because it was the last season. You can do whatever you want last season. I don't give a shit. And he's back to business as usual. So a lot of people are saying it doesn't matter. I don't care. I want good Star Trek. I want good Star Wars. If fucking Disney wasn't up its own ass, I'd want good Star Wars. So
there's enough talent out there to have that. The problem is there are building blocks. There is a foundation that has been laid for both of these IPs, and you cannot circumvent that without things crumbling.
Not only can you not circumvent that, you can't cut corners with it.
You can't. Not when something is so well established as these universes and these worlds. And it's not just like they're a new show that cropped up last year. And okay, so let's, it's like the Orville. And I know, this last season was very polarizing. I understand that. But the point is, the Orville is a new show. They are going to have their growing pains. They are going to kind of, find their groove and get in there and then be established. But if Orville lasts 10, 20 years down the road, and then you have someone coming along to make a new Orville, they're going to have to look back at that foundation that's already been laid. If they don't, it's not going to be the same show. And I'm sorry, New Trek is not the same.
That's right.
And the thing is that you can't, not only can you cannot, not only can you circumvent, you can't cut corners, is that, listen, this universe, MCU approach, you're trying to turn everything into a universe, into a shared universe. That only happened once in a life. That the MCU is like a once in a lifetime thing.
Are you talking about like the multiverses?
Well, you can't do a shared universe.
So tropey now. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of it.
It can't work with everything, and it's played out.
Well, not just that. I don't know if you heard me, Matt, talking the other day. they aren't making a new thing with these new phases. They have literally sat down and said, okay, we're going to make the Avengers and all of this through phase 1, 2, and 3 all over again. And we're just going to insert a different gender.
It's 2017
It's the same. It's the same story with a new bad guy, Kang, but it's the exact same thing as Infinity War and what we already got.
Yeah, just it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. That's what Secret Wars is going to be. So trash.
And all the fans are just going to sit around and go.
It's a lack of creativity. It's a lack of creativity, and it's a lack of respect to the people and the work that has come before that. I don't.
It's just, and I will admit to that, and that's part of the reason why I said to me personally, I feel kind of jaded with all this, just because I'm like, I just don't. I get something at the point where I stop seeing hope anymore. I look at DC.
You shouldn't feel jaded for wanting something to be good.
Yes, and I was like, I look to. One shiny example is I looked at DC. I looked at DC and I looked like what they have under the pipeline. And I'm like, a part of me is jaded just because of what they have planned for it, what they're trying to set up, and it feels like it's nothing new at the same time. At the other end of the spectrum, a part of me is jaded just because we're still, it's like 2 years later and stuff like that, and we're still having this Snyder cut stuff going on. We're still having, and we're still, and I'm not going to name drop anything. I'm just saying, there's still debacle and just beef and drama going on within people who are fans of pro Snyder Cut, anti Snyder Cut, stuff like that. I'm like, guys, just accept the fact that it's not happening. It's not going to happen. The magic, it happened. Enjoy what you had. But they're not going to let something like that happen again. And you guys are tearing each other apart because of that. And I'm saying, one channel I follow.
It's a Snyder echo chamber, Mac.
Right. One channel I follow who covers kind of a lot of the drama and stuff like that. Name dropped somebody or mentioned someone from within that fandom who my co-host is close friends of, and I'm like, this, and I'm seeing stuff with like Comic Lover Mari, who's a big channel, big Twitter account dealing with all that crap, and I'm like, everything going on with DC is like, this is, I hate to see that. I hate seeing that the company that I have been so grown up with, basically falling apart harder than Marvel is. Like, completely falling apart on the comic side, on the movie side, on everything.
And I don't think it's a matter of being jaded for wanting something to be good. I think the jadedness comes in for expecting it to be good at this point.
Yeah, and it's just being burnt. I guess being burnt. Just being burnt, being lied to, having the wool cover my eyes. I'm like, I just don't care anymore. I just don't see any hope in this. I was like, I knew what's gonna happen. I see where, like, you only see a small number of ways that it can go right, but you can only see every way that it can go wrong. Because it happens, because it will hit those exact notes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Nick?
Well, I heard you guys talking about the Picard stuff. Me and Coach are going to review Picard season 3. R&B has my interest peaked on at least giving it a shot and checking it out. But I completely understand what Loki was just saying, what Doomcock's been saying on.
Oh, I'm going to watch it because of R&B, Nick.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch the first 4 episodes. We're going to give it a shot on Fridays.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a shot, all because of R&B and PJ over at Orville Nation. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know if I could talk Arlene. I'm going to watch it regardless. So I don't know if I could talk Arlene into doing it for Shield Maidens. Arlena! She made me like, not going to happen.
but yeah, it could be it at the end of the day, all for nothing. Because if Picard season 3 is great Star Trek, and then it's just back to business as usual with the shit that they've given us, then it's going to be an isolated thing. Sort of like the return of Luke Skywalker in Mando season 2. Everybody loved that moment. For the most part, the majority of fans were all, excited for that moment. But then after that, what do we get? Book of Boba Fett. Shit.
Totally
Obi-Wan.
Shit. So disappointed.
Then now we're getting the Sad Batch, which I'm not even watching.
And there's no guarantee that Terry's going to still be there. And Terry's
he's
pissing
done.
people off. Terry's pissed off.
He's
Doomcock and
After this, Terry Metalis is done. He doesn't have any more work lined up or planned with them for anything else Star Trek related. Right. Now their license is about to expire. We'll see if they end up renewing it or if somebody else gets the rights to it and they just start over. Who knows what will happen with all that? But I've seen R&B and Doomcock going back and forth and in the streams and stuff, and I see both sides and both their points. But yeah, at the end of the day, if it's a one-off, I'm literally gonna watch it and I will take it for what it is in isolation on its own. That does not fix, and I think Steven said this earlier. It doesn't fix season 1, season 2, or any of the other shit that they've given us.
Yep.
Right.
When it comes to that. So, but I hope it's awesome. But it does look dark and drabby in like Star Trek Nemesis. I wish I hate the overly futuristic and dark tone from the trailer.
Yep.
And I wish it would be more lit with panels and stuff, just like DS9 and Voyager and Next Generation was.
Before the dark times, before lens flares.
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
Yeah, and I want to address what Louise said right now. To be honest, I mean, yes, I am going to watch it because I suffered through the first two. Why not this one? But I agree with her. To me, it doesn't matter if it's good, because the foundations that have been laid in the first 2 seasons are such trash. I do not see how they're going to pull this out.
It's like you're finding. It's like that one nugget in a pile of crap.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you had one season that was good. Why couldn't you get your stuff together and do that the first 2 seasons? Why did you treat these characters so horribly and misrepresent them from what they were? And don't give me that garbage about, Worf's gonna be a pacifist because he's grown and he's old. Oh my God, he is a warrior at heart. Yes, maybe he could change a little and grow up a little and come to understand, the beauty of peace as well as the beauty of war. But it's more than just about the war for him. It is his culture. His entire existence is based on that warrior cast.
And Q is ageless.
And if
Q's gonna die from cancer. What the hell? He did the Scarecrow for a millennia.
Wait.
If Worf, hold on 1 second, Steven. If Worf is on this path to pacifism, as long as there's like a trail of thousands of beheaded soldiers on that path, I'll be fucking happy. It's one thing to go, I want to get to the point where I'm more at peace with myself and don't let my rage control me. That's one thing.
Right.
That is one thing with that argument.
I agree.
Wait,
as long as it's that and it's not like,
but if he's like, no, I don't fight anymore, guys. I use my words. I use my talking now.
I gotta jump in here on that fucking Q shit with the fucking cancer. Let's go back. Was it Voyager, or I think it was Voyager, right? Where the Q wanted to die, right? And they had to go through a trial, and they had to actually take away his immortality for him to actually die. So how the fuck did he get cancer?
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. And that is the problem I have. And that's why if Picard is good, I'll be like, okay, they finally got their shit together, but that doesn't mean I'm going to embrace the series or laud them and say, wow, y'all are stunning and brave and magnificent. No, if you did it here, you should have done it in the first 2 seasons. And if you didn't, it's because you're lazy and you have your own damn agenda and you don't give a shit about Star Trek.
That's right.
And
That's right. And
correct
that
me if
second
I'm
season.
wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Picard an android?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not really him.
No.
It's not really him. Now, see, when they did Measure of a Man, they talked about taking Data's consciousness and putting it in a computer.
Yeah.
And he said all the substance and everything about me would be lost. The information would be there, but everything, all the meaning behind it would be lost. Now they apparently fixed that. So when it's him, but it's not him. It's more like a reborn, reimagined whatever Picard, which is what I think they were trying to go for in the first place. And I'd like to comment on what Louise said. Louise, the only reason why I'm going to do this is because RMB threw out a challenge to DC and said 4 episodes. Just watch 4 episodes. It doesn't matter whether it, at the end of the day, it changes anything or not. Just give it 4 episodes and give your honest opinion. And that is what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to watch 4 episodes. If it knocks my fucking socks off, and I'm like, oh my god, they fixed it. And even though everybody's saying they can't fix it, then I'll continue watching it and I'll continue reviewing it. If, however, at the end of 4 episodes, I am not a completely happy motherfucking Loki, I'm not going to keep watching it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take up the challenge, and I wish DC would. A lot of respect here, but I wish DC would. I want to see Robert Meyer Burnett and DC on a stream together, hanging out, drinking fucking whiskey, watching Star Trek. I'm sorry, but that's a goddamn dream.
So I will say this. I can talk about this because it's not really anything that's private or anything, but I did talk to DC behind the scenes, and he is going to review the first couple episodes. He is going to watch it and is going to review it for his audience.
Why not do it with more R&B then?
Yeah.
If you're gonna fucking do it with R&B.
That to me would, oh my god, people would flock to that, and that would make the most sense if that was that he gave to him. Y'all do it together. Then do it together.
And if you don't want to support Paramount, I'm going to highlight this thing because I saw this on the feed as well. If you don't want to support Paramount, then watch it on a different streaming site. Yeah. There's many out there. I'm not saying pirate it. I don't promote that. But if you don't want to give them money,
I do.
You know what I mean, though, right?
I do.
Exactly.
I'm not a fucking shill or a cuck because I want to watch something and give an honest review. That does not make me a chance.
Exactly. No, I agree with that completely.
I still to this day have never paid for Disney Plus.
Neither have I.
But I have access to it.
That's one thing.
I've watched shit on Disney. I've watched shit on Paramount. Everybody knows where I go. So
this is my This is my first Taco Bell Mexican pizza. They ain't bad.
I still pay for it. It's just going to the guy. I still pay for it. It's just going to the guy hosting the site instead of going in the pockets of Disney and Paramount. So there you go.
Yeah.
And see again, okay, as much as I just freaking can't stand what they've done with it, it just makes my skin crawl on every cellular level. I am not going to look at somebody and say, "Oh, you enjoyed Picard? Well, you're an idiot." I'm not going to do that.
It's the thing that culture always says. We're not here to yuck in your yum.
Right. And everybody comes at things. It comes to things at different times in their life at different levels. That's okay.
Hey,
but if you're asking somebody to review it, basing it on the first 2 seasons that have already, been gone, then you have to take that into consideration. You have to.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I agree with that.
Separate it.
I'm a board that likes to eat batteries. I got battery acid all over my face because I've been down at the used car today eating batteries. Nom nom nom. You fucking idiot! And she still has the stain. When she's a Borg, it's like I've still got the battery acid stain on my mouth.
Something. Hey man.
I'm glad I did not waste any time.
It's what it's the future. You can't even take a freaking toothbrush with you.
You expect that.
You would think that there'd be some technological advance or something to get cleaned up.
You pull out, the little thing and you go
thermal regenerator.
Yeah, thank you, thermal regenerator, and it makes your teeth white.
Where's the hologram doctor when you need him? Maybe you would like an analgesic cream to get rid of that.
You mean tell me in Star Trek's Fury we don't have anything to cure gum disease? Come on now.
No.
Well, real quick, let me interject this real quick. Let me properly welcome Mags to the show.
Hi, Mags.
Oh, that's so crazy that Daryl just played that, because literally when I was doing the work call a minute ago and I typed in chat, "Hey Mags," I specifically thought of that scene.
Yep. I made that for her. God, about a year ago, I think.
Yeah, it's
not
been,
long
it's
after
been a while.
we met.
I know.
No,
Actually,
Arlena. Thermal regenerator. Shut up, Arlena.
Oh no.
Vibrate. Oh my god.
Yikes, mate.
My gosh.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
You would like some
Does
lubrication.
it come with a? Does it come with a?
I'll send you the clip later.
Does it come with a automatic wine screw top?
Oh yeah! Oh hell yeah! If I'm gonna be in the future, man, my wine bottles better be able to uncork themselves. Damn it!
I gotta step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
It's like Doctor
There
Who.
we go.
It's like Jodie Whittaker's sonic screwdriver.
Oh my God! Can you imagine Harry Kim going down to the EMH for some lube? Excuse me, doctor, I need to get some lubrication. He's like, I didn't realize this ship had encountered a multi-gendered species. Let me look. Let me see what I got here. Because no one on the ship wants him.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but as far as being, jaded and all that, I mean, come on. How could we not be just a little bit?
I'm not jaded.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
well then you are a
I don't think it's I don't think it's jaded. I just think you're wise of the repetitive natures of how things are. But if jaded means you automatically, I think the way you look at it is you will no longer touch a subject. You will no longer touch anything.
No, maybe I'm misunderstanding. To me, jaded is someone who wants something to be good, but because of the way something has been treated, is not expecting it to be good. And no, I'm not
that way too.
That's me.
Yeah.
And I don't think jaded is a bad thing. I think it's just a state of being where we are with a lot of the
both ways
right now.
I guess I'm both ways.
I think it's
Loki's
also
bi
too,
jaded.
I'm bi jaded.
You're right. I think it too. We're just tired as an audience that we do recognize when a story or character or plot is questionable. Let's just put it that way, questionable. And then, before the show even comes out, they are already calling the audience names and attacking us out. So it's a two-pronged attack where they're giving us mediocrity, and even making fun of us, making fun of the audience even through their show. And you look at She-Hulk, you look at Velma, you look at all this other stuff that's been going on, and then they're attacking us even outside of that. And it's like, well, of course we're going to feel bitter and jaded or whatever, like we've been abused. Yeah, we're going to feel abused in this situation. And so therefore it has to take a lot to gain our trust back.
Right.
I mean, when you adopt abused animal, for instance, it takes a lot to gain their trust. So just keep that in mind. That's us, the audience.
Exactly.
I didn't watch any of those shows mentioned. Thank God.
No, I did not do that. I did not watch Velma or anything. I just thought it was.
And I'm happy you kind of brought that up, Max, because with shows like Velma and She-Hulk, I look at it as, okay, this isn't about. These are shows that are clearly meant to attack and piss off and cause outrage within our spaces or just within fandoms in general. It is meant to antagonize.
Yes.
So you go in it.
I agree.
So it's just like you go in it. It's just like, why should you go in expecting that this is going to be like, oh, stay faithful to that source material? You follow what's going on behind the scenes, and you listen to what the kind of their statements are. And it's like, no, you're doing this just to get a reaction out of us. Yep. Don't fall for it. That's why I took a stance with Velma in that, like, you guys, this is straight up hate watching, and you're only doing this to give this attention. You guys know that this is going to be a piece of shit. You knew that they were going to be very antagonistic towards everything that the original property that was created, and it was done intentionally. Your guys would just hate watching it. And sorry, I will stand by that.
It goes back to what we were saying before. It's never a good idea to go on the offensive against your fans. Exactly. That never works out well. And I don't understand why they're in this rut, why they think, oh, well, we're going to call these people out because they're the enemy. They're this. It's like, take She-Hulk, for instance. These are the people that have been buying She-Hulk comics for years and years and know the backstories and love the character. They're not misogynists. They're not incels. They're not, and I'm talking the general audience. Might be some individuals that are, but, I'm talking about the ones who appreciate the character and who understands the history and how, it relates with the Hulk and fits in that universe. They're not these things. And yet you are attacking them because you think it's cute, you think it's funny.
If you
I don't understand that mentality.
And I'm serious when I say this. If you really think that your little stands, your little dick riders who are just like only jumping on this just because it hits all the check boxes are going to be there for the long haul, you're going to be sad. You're going to be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah.
It's very rude awakening.
And they think, well, they're like Culture and many others have said that there's a lot more for lack of a better phrasing and term, and I know this will be clipped, but there are deeper things at root here in terms of what's been going on in our entertainment and everywhere else. But I'm not going to go down that road because that is not the purpose of this conversation.
We'll have Sam Hyde perform for it.
Yeah. So the thing is with all of this stuff is that it's like attacking your audience is attacking your income source. So like I will say this. I am not deeply rooted in a lot of lore stuff as many others are in the community. However, I can at least speak to the fact that I grew up with a lot of this stuff like Star Trek and Star Wars. And that's part of my childhood. That's part of everybody's childhood. We are emotionally invested into these stories and these characters. Absolutely. And for them to spit on that as if, and laugh at us for that, that's
it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
I was talking to one of the guys over at Bounding into Comics the other day. And there is a very real reason why they use the whole Isto Biazzi thing, why they immediately turn to that term or white supremacist, whatever word they're going to use. And that is to immediately denounce anything you are saying and throw it into, well, they're this, so they're not right. That's the only thing they can continue to use. And they still use it. They've been using it for the last 10 years. Of immediate silence. You cannot agree with this person. You cannot follow this person. You cannot have anything to do with this person because we have labeled them this. There are groups of people that are on the internet that do nothing but go around and locate people that they believe are incels, white supremacists, Yahtzees, whatever. And there's a database where all of these names are. And this isn't like conspiracy theory shit. This is a fact.
Western network shit. This is a fact. Yes.
This is a fact where all of this is cataloged, and basically your black check mark. You've got the scarlet letter. That's the way it is, and it goes through the alphabet company. It goes through all of it.
And not only that, it allows them the opportunity to target people and to isolate you, so that you, the individual voice that speaks out and says this is wrong, they immediately attack you and try to invalidate and isolate you, so that you get put into this corner and never of non-existence. That's the scary part.
Well, it's like that. It's like the website that was taken down eventually by the provider. Excuse me, for Harry Potter. They had that. Did this streamer play that wizard game? And it was tracking every streamer. And eventually got taken down. But yeah, that's what they do. They're literally taking books out of lists, divide, point enemy, and move on.
But how does that make sense? You said it does make sense. How does that make sense to attack your fan base? How does that, from a business standpoint?
When did I say it makes sense?
After we said it doesn't make sense, you said it does make sense. Yes, it does make sense.
It does.
It goes back to the Disney thing with Star Wars. You are not a customer to them.
Yeah.
Okay, you might have been a customer to them. You might have been a customer to Lucasfilm under George Lucas, but that don't mean shit because you don't give them money. They only care about the people that give them money. Give me the cash.
See,
I gotcha.
The thing is, it does make sense because let's go back to the 90s. What is it? Sex, violence, and rock and roll sells, right? Sensationalism, right? So guess what? If you villainize a whole crowd of fandom and automatically say they're racists or they're phobes or they're ists and all that stuff, the ones that automatically believe this, the norms that have no pretense of knowledge of lore or anything else in the fandom, and they just see representation, they get more money from them.
But they are losing money from the fan base.
Because Disney doesn't see the fact that the normies don't have enough love or care or money for their franchises. They just see the socio-political attachment for the moment. That's
and
why
they didn't. Yes,
they're grifting off the trend.
And they didn't go through the lean years when Star Wars was being kept alive by books, by games. No movies were coming out. There was nothing going on. All that was keeping Star Wars alive was books and games and role play games, computer games, PC games, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, shit like that. They never dealt with that. So they never went through the lean years where it was the dedicated people. This is D&D's problem now. This is when we were joking that one morning, Arwen, about having dice on an app on your phone and spending $10 a month to get 20 D20 rerolls each month. That's fucking happened.
Yes.
We were joking about that and they did it. And that's because they have no idea. They do not have the concept of the fact that there were hardcore fans that bought these books, bought maps, bought, and kept them afloat when they were going to go bankrupt. Does anybody remember when Wizards of the Coast almost went bankrupt? Because no one was buying D&D shit except for the hardcore people that love it. And now they've driven all those people away for people that are going to like it for a little while and then dump it, and they're not going to have anybody after that.
And something to keep this in mind, to people who are thinking that this is just like a recent phenomenon. I think it's no. This antagonism towards the fans has been happening long before this has happened. Like
it's been happening for decades.
It's been happening for decades. I will always state this, and Loki knows what I'm talking about. I remember your boy Zach bringing up the fact that you've had people like Dan, you have comic creators like Dan Slott go into Newsarama forums with that antagonism towards the Reasers and stuff like that way before all this went down. I've brought this up. With there used to be a YouTuber I used to follow that kind of introduced me to all this BS. His name is Main Event TV or Event Status. He covered the entire debacle surrounding Capcom in 2012. Capcom was very greedy and in some ways very antagonistic with kind of their fan base, with how a fallout between Capcom and the original creator of Mega Man, why Legends 3 was canceled, how they brought off, and Fats knows what I'm talking about, the DMC reboot, how they had, everybody was so mad at how Dante was depicted, and you had the actual developers, Ninja Theory, actually go out there and antagonize the fan base for it, and Capcom did do shit about it. One of the biggest ones I always remember is back in 2012 with the Mass Effect 3 ending and the whole debacle behind it. And it created this whole, and I remember the article saying, calling gamers entitled because nobody liked how every choice you made up until Mass Effect 3's ending didn't matter.
Didn't matter. When
this
the
was
whole
like the
time,
prelude to GG. This is like the precursor to that. It's been a thing for all time.
You had a Hideo Kojima go off on all his fans when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out and Snake wasn't the main character. And people bitched. They said they didn't like Raiden. They said they didn't want to play a game where they weren't going to play Snake. He said, that's it. I'm done. I'm never going to make another game again. They came back and said, oh, he got mistranslated. And then he made Metal Gear Solid 3. And everyone fucking loved it because it was a game about Snake. Even though it was Big Boss, it was still Snake. It was still David Hayter voicing the character.
Oh, yeah.
It was still the Snake you knew and loved. It was just a prelude to all the other games. And
you could spin him in a circle and make him throw up.
That's right. and it was one of the best. It's one of the best Metal Gear games you'll ever play. Is 3.
Yeah.
So he went off on his fans, but you know what? He made it right. But now it's we don't have to make it right. We don't have to make shit right. You'll love what we give you. We're gonna give you gruel. We're gonna give you slop, and you're gonna smile at us and say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And that's not the way it works.
You were at our mercy.
Now you've looked to good examples, and we've seen examples of what happens when you don't attack a fan base, and you're able to actually address those and turn this around. So one shining example will always be the Sonic films. The Sonic films turned it around because they did not like how the design. Fans did not like how the design of Sonic was originally. Now, of course, it cost an entire studio to lose their jobs because of the freaking redesign, but in return, they made absolute bank and became a big success story because of it. And something you have to think, something you also have to think about is that when it comes to some fan bases, Sonic's fan base is pretty damn passionate. For as much as I joke about how autistic it can be at times, Sonic's fan base is pretty damn passionate. And when you have a huge passionate fan base like that, you sneeze the wrong way, you sneeze the wrong way, they will come at you. Just like what you see with 40K, just what you see with a lot of it. So a lot of it can come down to how strong of the fan base is that? How strong and dedicated of a fan base is it? How diehard are they?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see some fandoms, some properties are in this case hard to penetrate because that fan base is so diehard. They know exactly what it is, and we saw that last year with Rings of Power.
Yeah,
we saw that last year. How diehard the Tolkien fan base is. They will not put up with any of that shit. They will not put up with any shit the same way that. We saw that with Star Wars, Star Trek. Unfortunately, that was the case. We saw the comics, but when it came to Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, you guys stood strong amidst the attacks, amidst everything.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say it doesn't matter. We didn't put a dent in it. Guess what? Y'all did.
I mean, if you look at it, you're right, Mac. If you look at what was it? I can't remember where what was the name of the actual listings, but remember that listing that came out of the most streamed shows, and Cobra Kai was on there, and none of like the Disney Plus shows were on there. Rings of Power was, I forget what number it was, but it was like near the bottom of the list and of the year of 2022. And so Amazon was lying the entire time and how they were saying, oh, it was the most watched. Like, that is complete bullshit. So
the fact that it made the list surprised me.
Yep.
Yeah, it did me too. And I think because a lot of us were watching it honestly to see how bad it was. Yeah. I went into that show with no illusions that was going to be Tolkien.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there were some things where I was like, okay, the imagery is beautiful, yes, it's sweeping, blah, blah, blah. But that's window dressing. And that is if your script is shit, if your acting is shit, if the costuming is wrong, if the story is just not there, if it is not representing what it says it's supposed to be representing, then a beautiful green screen isn't gonna do diddly.
Because that's not what Tolkien is about.
No, it's not.
Well, they even went cheap on some of the VFX because when they showed that Elven city, you can clearly see they cut and pasted assets. They didn't create new assets. Remember when we were like, oh, look at that. It's got the same lattice. It's got the exact same lattice with the exact same flower on it. And just next to it, there's like a box sitting there. And you're like, what the hell, man? Every single level on here has the exact same lattice with the exact same flowers and the exact same little box next to it. And you're like,
they did it with the crowd scene too.
Yeah.
There was like 6 or 7 people and they cut and pasted them throughout. And I know people are like, oh, well, they do that all the time. I'm like, motherfucker, no, they don't. They hire extras. That's what they're for.
That's what extras are for.
And this budget was so big. You mean to tell me they can't afford $75 a day?
And I bet you there are plenty of people who would have done it for free. I bet you there are people who would have done that for free.
Probably.
Well, with that budget being that big and that production being that shitty, you just witnessed Hollywood money laundering. Because I guarantee you, some of the higher ups pocketed a lot of that shit.
It's kind of the same thing. Kind of same thing with the MCU right now.
I mean, that's just my assumption.
Well, I know, but it's kind of like that
so
similar thing
good.
with the
It
whole
could have been
MCU
so
and
good.
the same thing with the MCU and just like you have like top tier animators and CG artists to do this, but then you come out with She-Hulk where it's just like, okay, where's the money on this?
Don't forget,
Like,
Amazon
where's the
pulled
CG
some,
anime? Yeah,
Amazon pulled some dirty shit with that town because they were supposed to be filming there in New Zealand, and they had all these people move to this fucking town because they were going to have jobs. They said, next 5 years, we're going to have you doing work for the next 5 years. All these people moved to that town, and then they're like, well, we're only going to do 1 year of filming now, so fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they did. They got establishing shots. They got shots for where they're going to insert CGI cities and all that. And then they're like, the rest of it we're going to do at the Pinewood Studios in England. We're not going to come back to New Zealand at all.
Cheerio. Fuck off.
Yeah.
They fucked over. They fucked over a lot of people.
Incomes. People
that
moved there.
Especially when a good portion of a lot of the Jackson stuff and Lord of the Rings was filmed in New Zealand.
That's right.
It's like
and
a central
it's
home.
not
for
like,
that.
you know, I'm going to move from
Hobbiton's still there.
You know, Georgia to Florida. You're talking the other side of the equator, for God's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that
whole thing just such a debacle.
Kind of go on what Mag said about that list of most watched shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering how bad those numbers would be if you took away the people watching it just to review it, not because they liked it.
Hate watching it. Or in this case it wasn't hate watching
it just to review
it. Yeah, sorry. My bad.
That ad thing too.
But the thing is,
where
if you look
the
at
ad
it,
would pop up.
Go ahead, Loki. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, man. I'll be really quick. You had the problem where the ad popped up, where you had to click off the ad, and that counted as 2 views.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch Rings of Power on Amazon. I watched it on my little buddy's server, so that I pay for. So I just watched it on there. I didn't watch it on freaking Amazon. But if you watched it on Amazon, there would be an ad that would pop up that you'd have to click off of that, and that counts as 2 views.
I watched it on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Mag. Sorry.
I mean, because that entire list wasn't about people hate watching either. Because look at Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai made the list, and it was up there on the list. And people were
last season too.
Yeah, and it's like, and not only that, but it's like some of it were I think some of the shows were repeats or something like that, like reruns or whatever. So, people were reviewing the show. So it's, our voices and our time spending to be able to highlight these, not highlight in a good way, by the way, but highlight these shows. It can be good or bad. Highlight these shows. It is a good thing. And you know what? The word got out there. And let me tell you, people who probably watch us, who probably don't comment, who just follow us and subscribe or whatever, who are the silent viewer, their eyes matter too. And they turned it off. So it works. I mean, not that I'm saying, don't ever hate watch. I don't think that's what we do. I think what we do is we bring to light the issues to the story, to the characters, to why it doesn't line up with lore or to Tolkien or to whoever wrote it or came before, and it gives the outside silent viewer the opportunity to say, you know what, this is not worth my time, because let me tell you, time and money is very limited right now for a lot of people resource wise. And let me tell you, I'm sorry, I don't have enough time can't even sleep properly anymore. So it's like I don't want to spend time on useless entertainment that's just gonna make me feel demoralized at the end of the day. So I think a lot of people, the silent viewer, does appreciate what we have to say on the matter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Makes a lot of sense.
Real quick, Cambridge, next time you stream, let us know, buddy. We'll be there. How's Castle Grayskull coming? He's building Castle Grayskull from the ground up.
That's right.
He's hand making it.
Yeah.
No pre-bought stuff. He's making everything. And what he showed me a couple weeks ago, oh, dude, it's badass. It looks so good. Oh, and real quick, Arlena was wanting me to show y'all something. She found, let's see. Nope, that's it. She found the Virginia vac tube office.
Yes!
There you go. There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, because I always say, you know, no matter where you are, you always have a seat at the table.
Virginia. Oh gosh, yes, Suffolk.
A table for everyone. That's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
So basically, Daryl wants
yeah,
the
you
vac tube to be the
contributed.
cheers.
Yeah, I like that. The cheers. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that
every time I step away? Go ahead.
Hey, Arlena, is that a bar or a restaurant in Suffolk? Because I would love to go visit that. I'm only like 2 hours away.
Yourself in front of it and send it to me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that. No, every time it just reminded me of every time I have to step away and I'm in chat, she gives me, well, pardon the pun, she gives me crap about taking a shit. And that's why I stepped away. Because the first time, a while back, I stepped away and said, "Oh yeah, I'm in the bathroom," and I was just joking. I was outside taking care of something. But
you can go to the bathroom outside too, Daryl.
Yeah, it's like
oh yeah,
you didn't mean it literally, guys. Come on.
I live in the country, man. It doesn't matter. I can go out there and whip my wang out anywhere I want to.
Thank you for sharing, Daryl.
Well, good to know then, Daryl. Make sure to not meet you in the country. Good to not meet you in the country then.
Always be prepared, because I can just whip it out whenever.
Hell yeah.
God help that.
Walk on the back porch on a Sunday morning, just whip it out and piss in the yard, and I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna be really careful next convention we go to together.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get Pamela Anderson by Daryl.
No lie.
Well, you also don't want to be, what is that? What is the new term now? Image sexual abuse based or whatever.
Traffic.
Daryl
trafficked me.
Come on, Loki. If you let Daryl do that, then Disney will hire him for Toy Story 8.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I heard Tim Allen is coming back for the next.
Yep.
I gotta go visit it.
He flashed Pamela Anderson and he got his job back as Buzz.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's
Daryl does that. Daryl does that to Loki. He could maybe hire him for a Woody spinoff.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Daryl could be Woody. He could be the new Woody.
Oh my god.
So I do, if you don't mind, Daryl, Real Wade Nation, real quick. He's at 66 subs. He keeps his YouTube or YouTube is acting up and taking away subs on occasion. If we can get him to 100 subs, that would be great. So I've already shouted him out on Twitter. So if anybody can just kind of retweet or whatever, but he wanted to let me know that. So.
Well, what kind of content does he do?
Gaming content.
Okay. Like live stream gameplay stuff?
There we go.
Okay.
There it is.
Yep.
I retweeted it.
Thank you.
You bet.
Awesome.
Happy to help out. I'm happy to help out.
Daryl is a silly guy.
What?
What?
Look at Arlena's comment.
Jesus.
What the freak?
Let me find my comment back to you from earlier. Where is it? I have to scroll up.
Come on, don't use the Betty White one. Come on.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I'll use the Betty White one.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to type and my cord keeps getting in the way. Okay, hang on.
Oh my god, it's not there. StreamYard took away my comment.
Uh-oh.
I flipped off Arlena.
It didn't. Oh,
and
so
it's not there.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my!
Let me look on YouTube if it's still there.
The case of the missing middle finger.
Nope. YouTube
I
scrubbed
didn't
my comment.
realize. Okay, I didn't realize Wade was on YouTube. I thought he was just on Twitch.
No, he's on.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
So I've subbed and tweeted you out, Wade.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah, he told
nice.
me he was frustrated because YouTube kept taking away some subs and he was getting closer to 100 and
it's always been like that. Yeah, like Like I've hit 1300 twice, and they kept knocking it. Yeah. It kept taking them all.
Yeah, we just made 400 not long ago.
It's usually up 2, down 3, up 4, down 5.
I like to hit 500 for the end of the
year. It feels like a cheat code, Arlen.
It does. I started really paying attention to it, and I'm like, I see it. Okay. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Phil.
Arlena's in chat, so fight away, dude.
What's up, Phil?
But don't get discouraged. It'll
don't get discouraged, exactly.
Click the link on Twitter to his channel and it wasn't there. Okay.
Yeah, I just put it. I put the better one in. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it out there quickly as possible. I was being a boomer about it.
What's up, Whitechapel?
Hey, Whitechapel.
I will admit I put the wrong link. Sorry, but the better link is underneath the original tweet. So there you go.
Let me scroll down here and I will post it in chat.
Sorry, y'all.
Guys, I got a work project I've been sitting here working on while I've been sitting here. I'm going to have to make some phone calls and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to talk very much. So I'm going to actually bounce out. But thanks for the invite, Daryl.
Hell yeah, brother. Anytime, man. Thank you for being here. Yep. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Enjoyed being here, hanging out with everybody. Good to see you guys, and I will talk to you guys later.
Oh yeah, take it easy, brother.
All right, see you guys.
Much love,
Arwen, Loki,
later, brother.
Fat Steven, Mags, McKinney. Is that how you say it? McKinney. Okay. Hey, I tried.
Oh, dude, I've been saying Machini and Mackinney. Yeah, forever. So
I just say Mac, and I just keep it simple before I
Mac
start
attack.
Yeah, I should have just said draws. M draws.
Wow, I know you did not mean like you said
there.
Okay.
Draws can have multiple connotations
exactly.
there.
What's up, draws?
Especially in the South.
Draws.
Hey, draws.
Put your draws back on, son.
What kind of draws you wears? Is it
That's
them
what I'm talking about.
what is it?
See you, Arlena. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, man.
Later, brother.
Take care,
See you guys.
Later, Nick.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
I'm dead. Pockety drawers.
Drawers, yes.
Is it drawers or drawers?
It's draws.
Someone the other day was like, "It's not a mankini, Loki," and I'm like,
"Yeah, I've gotten sick of that, and I will go off on that because I've honestly gotten sick of that."
I'm like, "I'm trying, Machini. I try." You say potato, and I say potato. You say tomato, and I say tomato.
Fuck it.
That's right.
Instead of let's call the whole thing, I'll just fuck it.
Do it live, exactly.
Oh shit! I just spin my.
Speaking of what?
You okay?
You okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I had a. I had a cranial fumble. I had a cranial fumble. My brain just kind of. There we go. Southern Viking Machini after dark.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
I don't know. I'm getting pretty spicy now, and you're here. Is this a preview?
was as spicy as YouTube will let me, but
oh, YouTube doesn't watch us. It's okay. You can say whatever you want here. We have only been flagged once for deceptive practices.
What on the back too?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did you get flagged?
Because
how does Daryl have deceptive practices? I don't understand.
I know,
that.
right? It was a late
look
night.
at that face. He's very
exactly.
deceptive.
It's not deceptive at all.
No, I was talking about a skit I saw on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. And I was doing the less than 8-second thing and we were reacting to it. But they nailed me for that because I showed those clips on the thing. They said I showed it and did not give me a chance to edit it out. They said, nope, this video is pulled. You've been flagged. End of conversation. And I'm like,
SNL is like that. I fucking hate CBS.
That's NBC.
NBC.
Yeah,
Sorry.
SNL's NBC.
Yeah. So I just was like, all right, fuck it. I'll never talk about them again. And I just did. But,
it's so
Just for that one
funny
time.
how it used to be a long time ago. If you could talk about this stuff freely, and you gave free advertisement to people, and it brought people to, or brought traffic to their thing. And now it's like, how dare you do that? And it's like, okay, well, I guess you don't want to make money anymore. Fuck you.
Right.
Exactly.
It's kind of like the thing with copyrighted music, and I'm like,
that's what I thought, Arlena, but it was titled late night stream or something like that. There was no expectations of it other than it was a late night stream.
But still, whatever. I'm not gonna.
That was it. I mean, it's just
a late night stream being streamed late at night. How deceptive is that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Obvious. It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
It just made me want to. Where is it? God damn it! Where did it go?
Makes you want to punch an old woman in the face.
Yeah.
I don't have that one. I don't have that one, but I do have this one.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
Talking about
Betty White.
My spirit animal. I have a lot of spirit animals.
You really do.
Same here.
Yeah.
I need to get myself some clips. That's my problem. Ugh.
I know, I do too. I don't have any.
I don't have any clips, and I'm supposed to be gaming pretty soon, and I'm like, I don't have anything for my channel ready.
Well, this was our original thank you when someone gave us a tip. Damn it!
Let me.
Smoke weed while your mom's around. Don't smoke weed while your mom's around. I don't think that she would think that was very good.
Mr. Bean.
It froze up on me. Like, it completely froze up on my end. That's so weird.
Aww.
Yeah.
Hey, Keely, what's up, man?
Hey, Keely.
Let me ask you this, Max. Do you think Square's gonna hit you if you use any clips from 6? Final Fantasy 6, any Terra clips at all?
I don't know. I guess this is going to be my first time dealing with issues. So, I mean, I'm going to be live streaming the game on YouTube. In fact, I'm looking at March 2nd. So, I'm going to be doing it every Thursday evening, probably around 9 or 9:30. But because it just seems trying to take advantage of the Throwback Thursday type hashtag for retro gaming. But anyway, so I don't know. I mean, they shouldn't hit me.
The biggest problem you're gonna run into is music. So if you're not talking constantly, talking constantly, you
through
let
the
gameplay,
yes,
you let 5 or 6 seconds go where it's just playing the music. They are going to hit you for the music, but it will not be, because I played all of them online. It will not be a strike. What it's going to be is a copyright claim that you cannot monetize that specific video for ad revenue. That doesn't mean that you can't get super chats or any other shit like that. They're just going to not let you to have any ad revenue. So what you do is don't set them up where you want ad revenue at all. Don't turn ad revenue on at all on those streams. Just leave them off, and you should be fine. You don't want. I think it's 25%, more than 25% copyright, but that's going to be way down the road when you're monetized. What YouTube's going to do is they're going to look at how many copyright claims you have on videos and on live streams. So you don't want more than 25%. Otherwise, they're going to throw this whole reuse content shit at you.
Yeah, I've so I stopped monetizing most of my streams now.
Yeah.
Let alone most of my videos. Part of it is mainly because YouTube has been really cracking down on anything that can cause limited ads. And because a lot of my art has fallen under that when it formerly hasn't, it's like, okay, so anything, because it's like, all right, so any thumbnail that even shows even a hint of cleavage is like limited ads right there. Same can't be said for the chat. Same can't be said for the super chats in between. And it's specifically, even when it doesn't have like cleavage in the thumbnails, but if it's a very overuse of it, like in this stream, then that's limited ads.
See, for me, I'm fully aware of at least I'm not monetized yet. I am I'm far below that criteria at this point.
You'll get there.
But at the same time, I don't think I would want to monetize per se for ad revenue for some of these streams, because I know the issue behind them. I think what I'm going to try to do is work with stuff offline or off YouTube, so I can continue to protect the channel for the time being. I mean, there's even things that I've gotten, I wouldn't say copyright claim, but it's past the YouTube system, so to speak, because it's okay. And as long as because I've been using, I don't know if anybody knows this website, it's called ocremix.com, where creatives will create their own version of theme songs from video games, and it is fair use. You can use it as long as you give credit to the artist and to the website itself for where the downloaded music comes from. So it's kind of like they create their own remix or remake of the theme songs themselves, and you can find like Final Fantasy VI music from there. And I do use one of the songs there as part of my intro, but it's only for like less than 10 seconds, so I keep it really, really short for that very reason, so I can get by it. But the thing is, you have to make sure you put proper credit where credit is due, and that's what I try to do anyway. And as long as I'm doing something like that, I should be fine. But at the same time, I understand with the game itself, it's going to be interesting because of the music and the video games. But again, you would think that they would want their stuff to be advertised.
You would think it's free advertising.
I think Mags in this case is like Square is kind of that protective with their music, the same way Nintendo is with their music. Seriously, like there's only a handful of channels out there who are able to actually put out full OSTs of Nintendo games without Nintendo striking them down.
See, I think it just depends on the game, because I've been playing Legend of Zelda. Not games. I mean, okay, so there's a channel. I mean, the music from the game is the same, but it's a randomizer. They haven't claimed any of them.
Right, but here's the thing. Is that there are channels out there that only put out direct original soundtracks to many games. And it's a tightrope when it comes to Nintendo games, because if you try to put out like the full OSTs of the soundtracks out there, especially ones that are like that you loop on for like 30 minutes or so, Nintendo can strike that down. There's actually a channel who posts nothing but video game soundtracks. They got their channel taken down because of Square Enix. So they have to be so incredibly careful when it comes to OST. When it comes to usually what I've learned is go ahead.
That is why a lot of games that are coming out now have a streamer safe mode, so you don't get hit by the original music.
No,
it's just nonsense.
What I've discovered on YouTube is that most game soundtracks are able to script through the copyright claim, no problem.
Usually you're talking over it.
Yeah, you're talking over it, or
except
it's
for me,
like
for some reason.
Even that, even when you're not talking over it, they still skirt through, mainly because a lot of it is from older games, because most games now use more licensed soundtracks.
See, that's why I'm hoping that Final Fantasy VI. Sorry, Mac, not to cut in, but Final Fantasy VI, with it being
it will be hit.
It will be hit.
Yeah.
It will be hit. You have to remember that the bit remastered came out, so probably all the music is still in the category. It doesn't matter. I'll say this right now because I even tagged YouTube yesterday in this crap. I have had a Last of Us stream from the second, and I have every day had to reset to mute the song, and it keeps resetting the next day back to the song not being muted, and they will not let go of the copyright. And I tagged them like, "Can you send me a screenshot? Did you try cleaning your cache?" I'm like, "Okay, it's been 7 days. I'm not a moron." And I'm literally like, here's the screenshot. Here's the next day. Here's the screenshot. Here's the next day. Like, do you mind taking a video? Would you like me to draw you a fucking picture book? Fucking idiots! If I am telling you your mute song beta is not working, why are you calling me a moron? And I keep my live streams monetized. Mostly all of mine. If I get you know why I got limited ads today? I'm still waiting for reviews because I had a live set on the troll. That's the only reason why I can figure it out. Because I put red eyes on. But other than that, I'm like, it's under review. Well, why is it under review? Oh, you don't know. Everything goes back to normal and green. I hardly have under, I think, 5% limited or copyright stuff on. One of them is a Fallout stream, so that's because all the music in the Fallout radio, I thought, hey, it'd be okay. I was wrong. And we're getting up to 39 claims later. It's funny.
So far, I mean, because I just checked my with my studio right now. Of course, you know, I will keep everybody on the loop in terms of what I deal with to kind of get, you know, feedback and everything. But right now I don't have any, because I just checked my studio and checked the copyright tab, and I don't see any. I don't have any channel copyright claims. So right now it's all like clean.
You're safe, Mag, but I just Googled this. This is as of March 14th, 2022. Our Final Fantasy soundtrack's copyrighted. Unfortunately, it would appear that Square Enix and Final Fantasy music does fall under the DMC.
Yeah, they're going to start cracking it down. Yeah.
Do you think I should do it on Twitch then, rather than YouTube, or are they going to get me there too?
Twitch, from my experience, Twitch, you're able to get away with most.
Why are they not universal across all these platforms?
Okay, so because for me, for my channel, most of the music that I play through my channel are actual soundtracks from various racing games, and they start through the cracks. Most of my iTunes playlist, my house music playlist, is able to skirt through the cracks. The only time I ever got claimed on a Twitch. On Twitch was in-game for an in-game police siren, which was weird.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, in-game police siren. I was like, that's weird.
Because I know with the Pixel Remaster, you can switch from, I think the music you can switch to the old soundtrack versus the more remastered orchestral based soundtrack. If you switch to the old one, is there a possibility where it's okay to let it be?
It's a great area because it's like,
okay,
say if it's like a very popular song, then yeah, you're going to get claimed.
All right, Mac, I might have to contradict you and say you're coming on this one here. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's orchestra or not, because sometimes you get hit with copyrights from stuff that's the original and they claim it's the orchestra version. It doesn't matter at this point. Your best bet is to look for copyright-free artists or royalty-free artists that have done their own rendition of the same song.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you talk a lot, you can get past it. Half of my Final Fantasy VII Remake streams were not copyright claimed, but that's because I talked a lot when I was doing them. I mean, I'm like very.
So
animated.
why are other streamers able to get away with stuff?
They're not.
They're not. Okay, they're not. Okay.
So like with the sketch story videos, the money videos that I'm going to play and get back doing, in the outros, I actually play actual licensed tracks, but because I play it at such a low volume and I talk over it, they don't catch it. It's great. It's like I'll play it, like you'll hear a bit of it for like the first like 2 or 3 seconds, and then it just immediately, the volume just immediately drops the moment I speak in the outros. When we had the birthday stream and I did all those waifu intros for everybody, I did use licensed songs in some of them, but because those clips fell under like 20 to 30, they fell right under 20 seconds, I was able to skirt through without a copyright claim.
For now.
And some songs too, it depends on the company, because I've used on a couple of my streams, the end song, I have used, like Stephen was saying, versions of a song done by other artists, and they've been fine. I did the same thing on this last stream, the version of a song done by a different artist, and it got claimed.
That's so inconsistent.
So it depends on the company that's doing that song or promoting it or whatever.
Who don't own the song that will try and claim it.
Arwen, I would argue that it's sometimes it's not just a company; it's just that anybody can claim it.
I mean, that's true. That is true.
Even if they're not part of the company, they can claim it anyway.
Anybody can claim it.
So I had a huge copyright battle with a company called Hawk for a third party. And come to find out, I actually had a lawyer contact Hawk because I had licensing. I had licensing for this song. And they were like, yeah, we didn't send you any kind of copyright claim. And I had to have my lawyer contact YouTube and tell them that is not Hawk for a third party. We have contacted Hawk for a third party. We have licensing through this site for this piece of music, and it stopped. As soon as the lawyers got involved, it stopped. But not everybody can do that either. So there are companies and there are people that will try and get you shut down just because they don't fucking like you and they don't want you doing shit. The opening track, I paid for that. The opening track of Mornings of Mischief, I have that in perpetuity forever. I can use that as much as I want, whenever I want, because I paid for the right to use that song.
Gotcha.
I paid for a couple of them through Black Rom directly, so that I don't have to put up or deal with any of that bullshit with the music from Black Rom.
So I guess my question is, this is really good because it's 2 weeks out, so I can get myself prepared for this. So basically, make sure that all of my streams are no ads.
Yeah.
No.
And make sure that if you are monetized, you don't have more than 25% of your content claim, because they will never monetize you. They will call it reuse content, and they will know you can't get monetized because you use reused content.
So, okay. I might be asking questions as I'm going along. If you see me hitting up on your DMs, I'm sorry.
You can go back and mute it. You can say, okay, I want to mute that song, but I don't want to mute I don't want to mute me talking, but I want to mute that piece of music. There is a way to do that through YouTube.
And here's the.
So is there a way then? So once you're done with the like for instance, because I know some people will do this, where when they're done with the live stream, they put it into unlisted once they're done to be able.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
And here's the thing, Mags, is that like even if you don't what is that?
It's Daryl being.
For a minute there, I was like,
the hell, Daryl? You just gonna interrupt me like that? Okay. No. Anyway,
Turned down enough, but I'm gonna make a point. But I was letting y'all talk first.
And it doesn't matter if you delete it, Mark. I know what Mark. He's probably
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. In fact, it's even worse because you can't edit that out. You can't
edit it out, and you don't get the views either. I think, right?
Right. And here's the thing. Max, is that even if you don't monetize it, the thing is, YouTube, they will place ads on channels that aren't monetized just so they can get the money anyway.
Yeah,
they've done it.
They will place ads on channels anyway.
And I tweeted at them and said,
If you want to hear something really crazy about copyright, I had one of our dear friends call me up and go, I've got a problem. This guy has a band, and it is a popular band. I don't know if I can say who it is or not, so I'm just going to keep that part to myself. He is the lead singer for a band that is quite a popular band. He has his own music up on his YouTube channel, and guess what? YouTube will not take down the copyright, and they're not showing any hours for the content, his copyrighted content, even though he is the owner of the fucking music.
That's insane.
It will not give him the hours.
I think you've talked about this, Loki.
Right.
See,
yes.
I have a theory what's going on right now. Especially, it is fucking retarded. I agree. But I think I have a theory what's going on, because it seems like copyright stuff, since the shorts went monetized, has been a lot more stricter, and they've been a lot. The algorithm's been a lot more hostile. The copyright's been a lot more hostile. I think they're tweaking it to a point where they're going after channels now that are buying subs. And I think that's why it's been so aggressive lately in our studios with notifications. I think they're trying to tweak it in such a manner. That's why people are losing subs so quick, up and down, up and down, up and down. Not just because they're testing to see if they're real. I think they're trying to tweak it to the point they can figure out who is doing the sub buying, the view buying, and all that stuff. And they're going to be doing I'm guessing a huge purge if they perfect it, because they want that shit off their platform, because their advertisers are probably going, well, if this is all fake, then no one's getting them. We're paying you for it. And that's why they want to go back and do accounts and take it. I think that there's something big coming, because I've seen a lot of more hits lately, and it's over finicky stuff. It's no longer about 8 seconds or 10 seconds. It's 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, to add what Steven's saying, and Steven brought this to my attention. He may not know he brought this to my attention, but Steven brought this to my attention. There were a couple of channels that got 20, 30,000 subscribers. They've only got like 5 to 10 people on their live streams, and they can't monetize their channels. Well, the reason why is these people went and got, like, let's say they got a minute. They put up a minute in a short of Star Wars, or they put up a minute in their shorts of whatever. These channels are like banned from being monetized. So now they're like, hey guys, I know hey, thank you so much for watching this, but I've got this other channel now. Can you please go and subscribe to that? Yada, yada. Because the channel they built on their shorts is fucking dead and cannot be monetized.
And I even brought this to other people's attention. I'm like, look, if you're monetizing your shorts, you're going to get smoked. I called it, and I know which ones got hit, and I feel bad for them, but I'm also watching other channels they're hugely influxing their channel with fake growth, and I'm just counting down the days till they're going to be posting on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, wherever they are platforms, and they're going to be like, hey guys, our whole channel's wiped. There's not going to be there's no pity party for that stuff, because if you're like Loki has said numerous times and beat into a lot of people's heads, stop focusing on the numbers.
That's right.
These people that are focusing on the numbers and trying to raise the numbers because they feel like they're being left behind because they're not growing, and they want to be caught up to what the other people they think they deserve to have the same amount of respect about it too. It's going to mess them up. And I already know this is going to I know this is going to happen. I have a gut feeling. I know where my shit came in. Okay. I got a huge influx because I covered the convoy. And I might do streams every day, and I might not have like hundreds of people watching, but I do hit the normal 10, and I'm growing a lot more with Harry Potter to 20, 25. I'm happy with that. But I also know I'm not going to constantly keep this convoy streamers if they're inactive. So those going down, I believe, are being replaced by new subs at Light Gaming coming in. But it's also, for newer creators, it's a pain in the ass. You're like, hey, my channel's growing, and now YouTube is taking it away. And there's actually a section in your studio where you're like subs, and it'll have a negative sign, like from, and it's saying subs from other, lost subs from other. They don't tell what other is.
Right.
So I think that's the algorithm of them testing to see whether it's real or not, or if they're fake or not.
See, I have absolutely no give a shitter when it comes to channels that have built their channel off I'm going to use a minute of these movies in my shorts, and I'm going to use a minute from these series, but then I'm going to sit here and bitch and moan that I can't get more than 10 people on a live stream. I give no fucks for those people. We had to build our channels with original content, whether that's gaming, whether that is doing a morning show, whether it's hanging out on the back tube, no matter what it is, we have done our own content. So you want to get 20 or 30,000 subs by putting up movies and TV shows and basically fucking copyright, and then bitch at me that you can't get, oh, well, how do you have only 2,000 subscribers, but you have 50 people on your morning show? Because I've cultivated this fucking channel for over 3 years with my fucking content. I haven't been posting up videos of TV shows and other bullshit that is the majority. 99.9% of my content on YouTube is not other people's shit. It's mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I give no fucks if they whine, bitch, or moan.
No. I don't give any remorse. And the ones that complain that, like, because you can tell all of them did the same format. You can search it up and look at how they all got the same amount of growth in the same time frame, because they were all doing
doing
the same idea at exactly the same time, and they're all getting penalized for it. Guess what? you will never get your monetization back. You have to think about this. You might never get it back. I was lucky to get my back. You might never get yours back. But at the same time, the easy way out is going to F all of you. Why do you think that people were freaking out over that thing going, well, if they find out you're using fake views, buying views, or you're paying fake subs and you're inflating your numbers of income, they can go back into your accounts and take money back. Why? Because you're literally committing fraud. You're frauding your sub count. You're frauding your views. If your views don't match your sub count, there's a problem. I know my views, right? I will do 2 streams a day and maybe 1 or 2 shorts because those 2 streams gave me a short. And if I upload that short, people are like, hey, I like the way this thing works. They'll sub to the channel. That's the way I do shit. I don't hardly do videos. People that are just doing videos and live streams and they're jumping 150 a day in subscribers and it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Something's up here. YouTube's not dumb.
Yeah.
It's also the laziness of it too. It's like, okay, I'm gonna put up a short, and it's gonna be a minute of this documentary. Fucking talk over it. Use your own stuff. You know, if you want to put the video up, whatever, clip it a little bit, and spend at least 15, 20 minutes putting up little clips of whatever instead of just putting up a minute of the documentary that's unedited that somebody else worked on and then be like, oh look, we've got behind the scenes blah blah blah. No, bitch. It doesn't work like that. And then you bitch that you get demonetized. That's on you. You knew what you were doing. You knew you were doing the easy way. I saw someone get taken down because they were putting up books on, they were putting up full books on tape, basically just uploading the audio for books on tape. Don't bitch at me when YouTube's like, no, you're never going to be monetized. You're never going to get monetization because you took all this other shit. And then they're like, well, I got to start all over. Well, yeah. Nobody told me. It takes 5 seconds to look at the copyright rules on YouTube. Don't tell me nobody fucking told you.
Exactly.
I will, and that's the thing, though.
What?
I'm just trying to get to a certain part of it, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. I am. It's a good mindset. I don't pity people. It also falls under the drama section at the same time. You don't out the people that are doing this. You just keep a record, because you will notice the ones that did this and their failure, and they're now playing the woe is me party, even though they've been here long enough, even longer than most of us, to know not to do this. They shouldn't be complaining because they got punished for their actions. We're raised to accept the good consequences and the bad consequences of the shit we try to do. It's going to happen. I have no pity for these people, and I'm not going to be there to woe is me with them when it does happen. I am not going to be part of that grift because it makes me feel like I am being used and I am supporting the fucking grift that happened.
And I think that's the ultimate kind of thing to take from this, Mags, is just listen. I think for you, you're going to be fine because you really are just posting your own content. You're not using anybody else's. You're not using. You're staying true to yourself. Essentially, you're putting yourself out there, and that's going to be much more rewarded, and that's going to get you. That's going to get you far in the YouTube game than what others are doing. You know what I mean?
And I just uploaded a short, so screw you people who don't like fucking shorts. I'm gonna take them out of my Harry Potter shot.
It's just like I did my promo for Final Fantasy VI to get people get people aware that it is coming, and just needed to figure out the date and everything else. And so I created that content, and then I took a little clip from that content as part of my short. And yeah, I'm using free copyright, if that makes sense. Free copyright music from Canva, because Canva uses free copyright stuff, and so that's what I did for the music. And if YouTube hates that I don't know what I'm doing right, so it's like whatever.
YouTube doesn't care about us at the end of the day. I've said this before. You are here on a timeshare making 70% of their money. That's why it's their money. I lost $600 when I got demonetized from afterwards. Okay, they took $600 more. I still pushed on. It doesn't matter. You're here They don't respect you. They want to be the mainstream news. They want to be the next mainstream streaming provider. That's why they have movies and all this. That's it.
This is why they're adapting NFL Sunday Ticket over here.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, since I stream so much gaming, at least 8 hours a day, that they haven't tried to hit that for reuse content, because technically it's the same game doing the same shit.
Okay, so here's the deal with that. There's an agreement with the publishers concerning video games. 99% of the time, you're going to be fine. There are some issues like streaming, like when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, streaming the end of the game, that get your fucking channel taken down.
Yeah, because it's because that's part of an embargo. That's part of a rule. Like, I remember they did the same. Atlas did the same for Persona 5. Like, you can only, like, when the game was released, streamers were only allowed to like stream like the first couple of minutes or the first couple of chapters because they don't want spoilers out there.
That's right.
But
that's why Naughty Dog. That's why Naughty Dog was able to get away with banning so many people. When all this stuff came out, was it's a almost like an under the table agreement between the game companies and YouTube and Twitch and all that other stuff. Technically, that is their property, and if they don't want you streaming it, they can take your shit down. But as long as they consider it promotion, and there's a lot of people that just watch games play stuff, they will allow it. But technically, at any point in time, they could go after Steven. They could go after anybody that's doing game stuff. That is a risk you take when you decide I want to stream games. If at some point Fortnite said, you know what, that's our property, how dare you show it to anybody, and decided to take down all the Fortnite streams and all that shit, they are in their legal right to do that.
Yes.
I just don't understand that, because I have seen games that I would not have ordinarily gotten if I hadn't seen somebody streamed it.
I agree.
That's money for them.
agree.
Let's put it this way.
It doesn't matter. Any money that's made off them is their money.
Mm-hmm. Like, put it this way, it's like there's one of the channels, one of the gaming channels I follow is GLP. That's not for Pat Steven, but one of the channels I follow is GLP, or Gamers Little Playground, and most of them they do they actually post full playthroughs of full movies of games, and they usually whenever a new game comes out, they don't post the full movies like on the release day. They wait until at least a week later or a couple of days later until it's all clear to say, okay, we can post the full cutscenes and all in sequential order. Until then, they're just doing the full playthrough as it is.
See, you know how I know, like, when we're focusing on the numbers and all that crap, I use something called vidIQ, just because I like watching my weekly and monthly stats, because YouTube can't keep track of numbers, pure shit, because every number is fucking different. But I like enjoying it as much as, like, because I watch the numbers, I watch the trends, I watch the algorithms, I watch everything. Last 7 days, I am up 53% in minutes watched, because it means my content is attracting people. The last 7 days, the views have gone up 11%. And then, you know what I attribute that to? Because I'm playing Hogwarts. I'm engaging with the chat, stuff like that. Dead Space had the same thing. I have doubled and tripled because not only I'm hitting a trend, it's because I'm playing games that other people want to see. And when I see that as good, that sends me in a direction to know what to do next. What game will I do that will interest other people? What other game did I want to play coming up that I can interest people that are watching now that will come back for that? And that's the way you got to start looking at it. When I'm not doing the streaming, I'm on this computer doing thumbnails for like 5 hours, editing and stuff for Park Place and fucking Valiant. And then I'm back in making my thumbnail, which just sounds redundant as fuck. And then I'm talking about the next game. I'm going through Hogwarts is huge. My God, it is huge. And there's 4 different endings, because you have to do each different character in each different house. There's 4 different endings, and that game is big. So that's the way I'm starting to look at things. That with when I get like test copies, I say like Hitman gave me a review copy of Hitman 3 with the new stuff. So I got to make a short of the guy getting blown up by the golf ball. And I was like, he's going up for the putt. It's a good one. And there he goes. And
oh my God, that was hysterical.
I'll share.
That's from the first Hitman. That is.
But it has all of them. It has all of them. Though.
I know.
It has,
I know.
So I got that review copy, and that's cool.
They're taking down Hitman 1 and 2 and making it all into one Hitman world.
Freelancer. It has a roguelike element added to it. I can't talk. I can talk more about it. I don't want to sound like an ad.
Let me ask you something real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Steven. when I hit this, can y'all hear it loud?
Earl, we can't hear any music screaming in our ear right now.
No, I can't hear anything.
I have it turned down to almost 0.
Is he trying to make love to us in a bar?
That's what it feels like.
Now, Daryl. I heard it before when you started it, but now I can't hear it.
Okay.
See, so now I'm learning to talk about Atomic Heart because Atomic Heart's the next one I play. So for people love me doing the Last of Us remake, remastered, right? But I also put in the thumbnail there is no part 2, just to piss people off to come and go, yes, there is. So and I'm like, if you want me to play part 2, you're buying the game for me. I'm not wasting $53 to Naughty Dog. Fuck that. And they had a great experience. BioShock Infinite. I started with that one, and I'm like, why did you start with that one? Because it leads into why 1 and 2 the storyline perfectly because of the DLC. Then I jumped into Dead Space. I beat that in a fucking couple of days because it was muscle memory, but it was fantastic. And then I'm on Hogwarts. Hogwarts was a $122 investment for the deluxe division because I got 3 days early, and it was the best investment ever. I am never bored.
How much did? Well, wait. How much?
The deluxe edition in Canada because of exchange rate was $122.
Okay, all
so
right.
I got the pre-orders plus 3 days early access, but it is literally ADHD candy. Like literally, there's always something going on. Fuck your character. The castle is one giant character, and you get lost in it. Then there's the world map. I am so happy I played that. And the next one, because I'm talking about it more and more, is Atomic Heart. That's going to be the Russian BioShock. That's the 21st. It'll be on Game Pass and everything else. I can't wait to play that because I'm hoping it's something fun. And since it's kind of like BioShock, it's going to branch in a new thing. And then what do we have? Final Fantasy 16 coming. We have there's a bunch
of Daryl, can you share that? I accidentally created a Dega Outlaw in Hogwarts.
Oh my god.
Is that really what he looks like?
Yeah, that's my character, and he just happened to come out looking just he's Slytherin. He's Slytherin.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
He's a Slytherin.
I'm a Slytherin too.
Sneaky little
Nice.
snake.
Nice.
He's a
With a dragon cloak and the adventure outfit thing, and
oh god, that's the dragon. That's the dragon hide jacket. Yep, I got that one. Did you get the pre-order jacket with the black and the moving skulls? I love that one.
Oh my god, y'all are just telling me I don't get mine until April.
And it's just if there's something to take away from this, Mags, and it's the thing that Fats has taught me, and think I've learned to kind of preserve the minute. That's definitely forcing me to do Twitch. Is that like, listen, I got a Twitch account. They don't do shit.
Yeah, they will.
It doesn't do jack shit.
Mac, you could have streamed Hogwarts on Twitch, and you would have made a.
It's not but let me explain.
Of haters, of all the haters.
No, what
I think you're a phobe, and then you'd be like, "I'm black, y'all. I don't care. You're still a phobe."
Your hair has white privilege.
No, it's listen. My stream. Listen, my Twitch.
I love you, buddy.
No, but this is the thing I learned from Fats. You know, I have a Twitch channel that I do weekends. It don't do jack shit. I will happily admit to that. Don't do jack shit. However, it doesn't matter because what's important is you play what you want to play.
I usually play with myself.
You play whatever the fuck you want to play. Okay. I have like 3 games in rotation, and not many people come out for it. People come out for the Gran Turismo 7 streams, man, because it's multiplayer. They see me rage. They see me cheer and champion all the time. That's fine. You play what you want to play. Don't be pressured, and don't feel like you have to be obligated to play whatever the most popular current game is. Believe me, there's a fucking audience for every fucking game you play.
Mac, I'm gonna call a quick bullshit on that one because I want you to play Fortnite on the weekends, and I don't care what you want to play. You're supposed to be there to play. Damn it. I'm just kidding, bro. I know you're busy. Get the fuck over here tomorrow.
I've never downloaded
exactly.
I know you work. That's why
I can't.
I've never downloaded Fortnite. Can it be on PC?
Yes, it's on every platform.
Okay.
It's even on your phone.
They got me to play it, Max.
Okay. It's on the Genesis. All right, come on now.
I had someone
on the television.
I had someone ask me the other day why I don't do any game streams anymore, and I said, "How do you know I don't do any game streams anymore?" Well, I go by your channel, and you ain't ever doing any game streams, boy. Well,
here's
a little secret that nobody knows about. A couple people. There are a few people. I have a second channel.
I know.
that channel puts Mornings of Mischief to shame. I love playing games. A lot of people are like, well, why aren't you playing Fortnite anymore? Why don't we ever see you do this? And why are you off doing this? Well, I'm managing 2 channels that I'm doing all the content for. I've sunk a couple grand into this other channel as far as product, what I am putting out. I'm going to be doing a table probably next year in Houston at one of the conventions because of this channel. That does not mean that I do not love Mornings of Mischief, and that's always going to be my first love and what I love doing every single morning. I'm just working on I'm working on another project, and I play games, and that's where I do my gaming, and that's where I do my thing.
Can I ask?
Can I ask you something, Loki?
Yeah.
Can you put that in?
Are you still doing the MLB The Show season with the whole custom team?
Every once in a while, when I actually load up my PS5, yeah.
Okay, I was like, I love that. I was like, oh my god, you can do.
I don't do that
because I was on the fucking team. I was like, yeah.
I was asking to be on the team. I was like, please.
I don't do that live. So I don't do any game stuff on the PS5. I almost never turn that fucking thing on. So it's just kind of because I don't have time. The most time I've taken for myself is playing Hogwarts. That has been my I'm going to take the time to do this. Everything else, because it's a very focused channel. It is not like Mornings of Mischief. Morning of Mischief is everywhere. The other channel is very focused. It pinpoint this thing, and that's what I do. And I stick to one IP, and that's all I talk about. There's a card game, there's video games, there's movies, there's all kinds of shit that I can cover, but it's one single IP, and I very much enjoy doing that. It has changed my views on a lot of different things. So there are people though that are like, well, why aren't you around doing this, and why don't we ever see you doing that? And because I'm a busy motherfucker.
May I ask you to give me a link to the channel so I can
No.
And that's the thing to take away, Max, is like,
I don't want to. If you don't want to broadcast it, that's fine. I'd like to sub to it.
Just remember, there's an audience for everything, and there's always everything and everyone. And if you're focused on just the Final Fantasy stuff, believe me, there's going to be a big audience just for that. Just like where it is for me. I focus on racing games because that has been my life.
I will have
basically
to say this.
Something I've been so passionate
make
about.
The obvious joke, Mac, please.
So, well, it's so funny though that you say that, Mac, because my first random chill and chat stream, or it was actually a testing stream to just test how to stream, and all of a sudden I had 2 Final Fantasy fans in chat who who were following me just because of my name, Magic. Not because of I'm a prominent person, but because of I had Magic Tech in the name.
And
so
hashtags
it's like
will bring people in too.
Yeah, well, I haven't done any hashtags. That's the crazy
when people search
part.
for. Well, I mean, just the title of your stream or your name of your channel.
Yeah,
they search for that, and
I've used
that comes up for them.
I've used thumbnails of Terra and FF6, and it's like it just
when people search up "pissing in space," we pop up.
And like I was saying, that has nothing to do with Loki. It has nothing to do with Loki. It has nothing to do with fandom. It has nothing to do with the Fellowship. It has nothing to do with any of that. It is my own thing away from everything else.
Dude, I'm just asking humbly because I enjoy watching games.
I'll give you a hint. How about that? Will that be all right? I'll give you a hint. Yeah. Welcome to Sid's Chocobo Ranch. I'm Chocobo Sid. How y'all doing today?
See, my channel was like I started with the Fortnite, right? So like my channel's mostly known for the Fortnite, but I've thrown other games in there. But now what's happening recently is because I'm doing other games that are kind of in the trend. I have been getting hit with larger gaming channels in the 3 or 4K, and they have come and they've rated. Daryl, Arwin, other people, you guys have been there. You've seen that happening, and then they come back again. But what's funnier is I'm now getting weekends where the younger generation's coming, because I usually warm up a couple games before a community stream and either troll the hell out of kids or the kids come in and then they want to play. Like Jack doesn't even have to insult Arwen for me anymore or anyone else. Jack's a UK 12-year-old comes in and goes, "That the woman who throws the controller."
No,
I love Jackie. Is so good.
I like
and other kids are coming in, and it's great. And I know some people aren't able to play with the kids, or they're not really but it's nice to see that there are some kids that are willing to play with adults. They can be respectable.
Yeah,
and you're seeing that you can still branch out a different audience without having to lose the audience of what this community is. Yeah. So I think it's your attitude that matters first.
And not only that, you can still talk about things while you're gaming. Gaming at least gives it, from what I've seen from you, Fat Steven, and from others who game, it gives you an opportunity to talk and have a good time and talk with your audience, talk with your chat, and to be able to branch out and talk about other topics. It's not necessarily about the game, but you can still enjoy and watch the game at the same time. Right. And then you might be able to bring up that subject that you might have been talking about while crushing an enemy.
Oh my God.
And then you just, could highlight that, and it doesn't have to be anything about the game.
It's just
it makes. I have here. This is the new channel though.
It's gonna be a solid.
Hey, 6.
Oh, he's checking his hands.
Oh no.
He's finding his ball.
Mustache.
Something and now you see, now you guys are bringing this up, and now I got something. I'm just thinking about. I'm just thinking.
Lining up his,
Oh, sorry.
Damn it! You're ruining the voiceover. Damn you!
Oh no! Sorry, I'll shut up.
I can't.
Don't play. And there he goes.
It's brilliant. Shut up, Chester.
No, she sets them down passionately.
Yes, passionately tossed. That's what it was.
That's why your microphone doesn't work, Arwen.
Oh, dude, I didn't think of that, Loki.
That's why the controller microphone don't work, because she threw it.
So now you guys
it's not on. No, the controller is not. Though the microphone is not on the controller. That was not the one I passionately tossed.
There's no such thing as a passionate toss.
Yes, there is.
Unless you're tossing salad, there is no passionate toss.
Stop it, Steven. Ew, gross. I know what that means now.
A buddy of mine, when we were 15 years old, got so pissed at the Terminator 2 Nintendo game that he chunked his Nintendo controller against it was like a 42-inch CRT TV. And then he kicked his dresser. When he kicked his dresser, not only did the dresser like keel over and the TV fell off and everything went to the left, but he had multiple systems on like on a shelf above that was like a tool shelf. All of that came crashing down, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, see what you get for getting so pissed off.
Oh my God, dude, that's fucking.
Okay, well, I didn't do that.
No, you guys play your thumbsticks.
No, you guys. It's just like
they're magnetic. I mean, it's not.
But I wanted to touch on one thing real quick on the copyright issue we were talking about. Somebody who wasn't these guys tried to copyright claim my use of this song. Oh no, that's this.
You know what song got copyrighted?
I
can't hear you. You're underwater.
Yeah, you're underwater. It's StreamYard being weird.
It's one of his. It's one of his older tracks.
Anyway, this track is a song from my friends who gave me express permission to use their music on this channel, and somebody else tried to copyright claim it, and I was like, no,
you're not going to try that one.
I have permission from the creators of this song, the writers and producers and all that good stuff. Would you like screenshots? And within 5 minutes, the claim was removed.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good.
Because it's like, dude, these guys are from Dallas. They were a local band. But they came up with some of the most brilliant and awesome music I have ever heard in my life. Let's see where it is. Oh, here it comes.
That's what.
Oh my God.
Sounds like something off the CW, Daryl.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, no, wait, here it comes. Here it comes.
Yeah, it's CW.
CW feels like early 2000s.
It sounds like Velma makes out to Daphne with.
This was the song at the prom in Smallville.
This was the song they played when Q was bitch slapping Picard. This is the opening theme song to Rings of Power.
Ooh.
No, now you've gone too far.
Let's see those teeth when you ride the horse. Let's see those teeth when you ride that horse.
Exactly.
Oh God, that scene is forever burned into my brain.
I will stand by.
It was the worst slow-mo situation.
Oh, I love this.
I will stand by.
Your gums look great, but your teeth are big.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn on captions for this one because it's funny.
I stand by my statement.
Oh, this was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Fucking hilarious.
The bane of telemarketers everywhere.
Oh, good guys, you guys are in for it. And then my voice is that circle. Hold on. Yes, please hang up. That was my dad.
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line and you'll be transferred to the next available agent.
Oh my gosh. I love it when you troll these people.
Don't you love this music? Oh, you're like an elevator scams. This is so pretty. This is a telemarketer. Hello. I have a credit. I got the call. My credit card is problem. Yes. Is that before or after you tried to scam me of money? Because the last money I used was on your mom so I could get the drawers in my collection because you are nothing more than a useless male cucked by your own boyfriend. I can't even hear your insults. Your phone service sucks. I can't. Your phone sucks. What? Penis? That's right. Hang up.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant, man. That was
Oh
beautiful.
my god! I literally
When that happens, it's a treat for everybody.
It is.
That was beautiful.
It was.
Shit, I got
I was
caught
driving down
fucking
the
with a
damn road and I was
telemarketer.
like,
That
shit!
telemarketer got me caught. Hey, Chris, welcome. I
You were caught.
Oh, that's great.
That's really good fun. There's got to start doing more of those.
Oh god, that was so funny.
Yeah, they don't call as much as they used to.
Oh, they do.
I've
Just he
wondered
beats
if
me to
they're-
the phone.
Oh, okay. Tickle truck. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Thank you, Tickle Truck.
For real, really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you feel like you're about to get done by the Flash, and Grant Gustin was gonna like roundhouse you into a ghost scene.
I'm dead.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
Speaking of, oh my god, Jesus Christ, we've gone almost 3 hours.
That's why I had
See
to
what
do
you
this.
did, Daryl?
I was like, food. Here it is. I'm gonna mute because I'm hangry, y'all. I'm hangry, not hungry. I'm hangry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go here in a minute because I need something.
Oh no, I just looked up at the counter and was like, holy shit.
Well, you did.
I'm
you
not Steven. I
started
can't be a
half
human
hour.
trash compactor all the time.
Yep, that's it.
Back to the fat jokes.
Yeah,
That's
fucking, yeah. Stop using reused content, Loki.
Oh, he got you.
Oh, you want reused content? We got to get a forklift to get Steven in and out of the
No, I
studio.
don't want reused content.
Oh,
I gotta take them down.
We have to oil.
No, I come.
That's right.
every-
we have to
Dale.
baby oil. We have to baby oil the
Dale,
sides of the door.
every
to squeeze
time
the
he
fat
uses-
ass
No, we need
inside.
to use butter.
Okay, every time
Butter,
he uses
yeah,
fat
butter.
jokes, just take him out of the screen. Just
Maddox,
take him
it's
down.
cheesesteak.
Grease.
Come on now, it's cheesesteak.
Y'all.
Cake,
Be
cheesecake, give me
marinated
the
and stuff
cheesecake.
to be
I
able
had cheesesteak yesterday. Shut up. It's good.
Oh my god.
Hey, Steven, there's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream in the studio. Oh my god, I'm fat. That's right. Go on, boy, get you some.
Hey, Mr. TT, that would help with so that he doesn't get any sores in between those cracks either.
Damn it, Loki
Mags?
got me to snort.
Mags, what is this?
Jay.
Your Final Fantasy content, not your Final Fantasy content.
Oh, okay. Max, I gotta give you this.
I love you, Fat Steven.
Yeah, you're the only person I know that takes his coffee with sugar and lard.
Actually, I've been cleaning. No, I haven't had coffee in almost 2 months now. I've switched to G Fuel and almost a gallon of water a day or more.
So how do you like the G Fuel? Like
I love it. I got snow cone and bubble gum, and they're not too intrusive.
And lard. Don't forget lard.
There's no lard. That's only when you talk jokes.
Does it give you like the energy and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it tastes great. Yeah, so pretty much it's working. I haven't wanted coffee in 2 months. Usually I drink like 2 cups a day.
Less filling.
I may need to switch because I switched from having creamer and sugar in my coffee to just drinking black coffee, and now I'm starting to feel like I don't want to drink coffee anymore. So it's okay.
Yep, you stop drinking Cokes, and that's how you feel. Ooh, I don't want a Coke. Fuck that.
No. I have a Coke every once in a while, but it's in like the smaller mini cans now, and that's all I need.
That's what I do too.
I just need a taste every once in a while.
Oh my god!
If only Steven felt the same way.
Keep the Joe Pesci away.
I don't speak this language. What are these people speaking? Not funny?
Back goes there and get you a discount.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Monkey Divas.
Monkey Divas. Right.
Man. It sucks that he's not here to defend himself.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, you guys got any final thoughts on anything?
Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm doing Hogwarts right now.
Because he's fat.
He's doing.
There is a good thing. Supposedly Christian DeLorme is coming up in June to meet me with his wife. We're going out for beers and burritos. So it's gonna be interesting.
Nice.
Oh, this could be a big ass fucking burrito.
It is. It's gonna be as big as your ego.
Yep. Pretty goddamn big.
Yeah, pretty.
But I have no doubt you can get it down your throat in one shot.
Well, you can just know your jaw. You can just locate your jaw. I can just use utensils.
Oh my god.
That's what you said with my burrito.
Down here we call that a chimichanga.
Yeah, and we call yours a churro.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Well, it's not my fault.
Whatever gets me in your mouth.
Oh my god. Daryl, the only guy that's like, hey babe, if it melts in your mouth, it's some good shit.
Is that how you pick up the ladies?
Exactly. That's how he picked up his wife.
No, Daryl's theme is if it melts in your mouth, fingers in your butt.
No, I picked up my wife saying, man, I hate it when you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Oh my god.
I thought it was close the fridge on your way out.
No. You kind of ruined the joke for me, Daryl. Come on.
I don't know how to follow
That's
up
what
with
I
that.
do.
You just went, I'm never coming back here again. That's pretty much what you follow.
I have that thought a lot. I'm like, man, do I even want to go back? He's like, you run the channel. Motherfucker, I don't want to go. You run the channel. Man, I don't want to go. And then I start drinking and it's
all you run the channel, dude. This is
holy shit.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the stream rants again. What was that?
What? Monkey Jeebus for real?
Last night on Dick's Division, Corey said we can call him Cockboy.
What?
Who's Cockboy?
You need to send me the clip of that so I can have receipts.
Okay.
And the bag tube was in Hogwarts Castle.
That's very true,
Yeah.
White Crackle.
That is true.
Almost way too true.
Oh my
Arlena,
God.
why do you got to throw that out? I mean, you're not wrong, but
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
okay. We'll end it on this. Last joke of the week. What's the difference between Iron Man and Aluminum Man, or aluminium for you British folk? Iron Man stops the bad guys. Aluminum Man fools.
Oh my god.
I love it.
That's great.
Her dad jokes are legend.
Oh my
I love
God.
dad jokes. They're great.
I have started Final Fantasy 15 as well. That's interesting.
Dude, that's one of the most in-depth, long.
Yeah.
And dude, it's not just like there's so much shit after you beat the game. So
Yeah, I
there's
know. It
almost
came
as much content after you beat the game as there is while you're playing the game.
Oh yeah, it came with all the DLCs like the Ignis and all that stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
still like learning the car and all that crap. But yeah, I just fed.
Have you watched the Kingsguard movie?
Oh, King's
Yeah,
Grave.
yeah, that's why I was able. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, yeah.
Okay, there's if you go back and watch Kingsglaive, when the main character is walking through the training center and that one dude evaporates and falls, that's Noctis. That kid that's in the mask, that's Noctis practicing how to warp.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
So it's just there's little things in that movie like that you're like, oh fuck, so that's what that is? Oh shit, that's what that does? Yeah. Oh yeah. And Sean Bean being the king, he's not the king in the game, but damn, that was great.
Yep. And I'm doing Fallout 76 as well because that's fun with this Tales of Man Bun Steve and that fucking hobo that keeps jumping into my streams asking for food.
It's also one of the best fishing games you'll ever play. Is Final Fantasy 15, and there's all kinds of secrets with everything.
Yeah, I gotta get.
Does anybody want to hear Mary's game room out of context?
Sure.
What the hell? Mark, quit texting me. It ruined the damn bit.
I tell you what, that could be an easier way to bounce these balls around.
You need that as a super chat audio.
Damn, Canuck.
Yeah, dude, that is a super chat. That is a super chat right there.
Oh my god, that is so good. Now Mary is the target.
Beware of water bottles, Mark.
Oh,
And
she's a
being
good
roofied. I'm gonna get killed. That's what he said.
Oh yeah,
in
Mark,
chat.
you're dead.
Did you guys see the new show coming out? You guys heard of MILF Manor, right?
Oh no!
Yes.
Yes.
Lord
No, there's a new one coming. Gerald.
Oh my god! That's great.
I'm dead.
That's great.
My question is: John Cena transracial? Does he have channels? Is he like Rachel Dolezal? Just like.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Or Elizabeth Warren.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
That is really good.
Okay. I got a high five. I got a high five R-word for that one.
Oh god.
Go and play tennis on pulling his goalie. Oh my god. Okay. Has anybody got anything else to say?
Yes. Yeah, I got a couple of things. I am gonna be on I'm gonna be on Twitch tonight. We're going to continue our playthrough Midnight Club Los Angeles. Tomorrow's gonna be Hot Pursuit 2. Sunday might be GT7. We'll see about that. But
Have you played anything with less than 4 wheels?
Red Out 2. That's what I do. That's what I do, man. That's what I love doing.
Fortnite's got motorcycles.
Yes.
Scooters, as I call them.
But what you guys I've been working on this bad boy like all day, all this week, and this is for my channel members. So that's Mags, Daryl, Loki, and Fats. This is you guys gonna get the high res of this one. I've been on it just like all this past week, and you guys have been freaking amazing. Like you guys, seriously, I got to thank Loki and I have to thank Daryl because you guys have been dropping like effing channel membership stuff, and we're like close to like 40 now.
Nice,
awesome.
It's been y'all been incredible. So I've been doing. So I do have to reach out to Loki and Daryl. I have to reach out to the new ones because if they want to take part in the monthly art batches that I do. Max knows what I'm talking about. If they want to take part in that, just to make sure I have the database in there. But yeah, man, you guys have been absolutely amazing. This has been an incredible, just freaking past couple of months or past 2 months or so for this, man. And
you deserve it, Mac.
I'm
You deserve
truly
it.
amazed by that. So, and we are I think we're like 2 episodes away from the season finale. I think next Sunday will be the finale of season 8, and then season 9 will kick off in March. We'll have plenty of new guests, more art, and just more. We're making that push. We're making that push to be the class of to be in the class of 2K this year.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And
That's
you know,
awesome,
I'm just pumping out, and I'm pumping out so much content that people got to stay tuned. Plus, freaking my Twitter account blew up this week or this past week because of the Fortnite pieces I kept putting up. So I'm like, okay, I'll do more Fortnite skins.
What did I say 2 years ago?
I did. You know what? Don't even start. Okay.
What?
Don't
What?
you even start. Don't you even start.
I'm bringing it back to me. What did I say 2 years ago? Dead silence.
Okay. You know
Oh, I know what he said 2 years ago.
Doth mother know you weareth her drapes?
Well, that. It wasn't based off of you, but yes.
I'm not saying it's based off of me. I'm just saying.
I am that. Yes, I will be because
let Master Grip win this one, Mac. You're not gonna.
No, you're not gonna win this one because the beat doing the 2 Ruby skins.
Your high voice is kind of your high voice.
That wasn't from you. That was from another artist I found on Twitter.
My contradiction is that I'm just fucking with you.
I know both of the Fortnite skins. I did 2 versions of Ruby that both of them blew up on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, I'll just do more because apparently people are like coming over for the freaking
people like Fortnite. Oh my god!
We got more 12-year-olds or people who
well, they need something to fap.
Exactly.
That's what you can be Mackie. The Mackie that kids fap to.
Yeah, I get to be Big Daddy Fortnite in terms of art.
No, you're not using my name when you're having people under their names.
Yes, I will.
Great, I'll just use a screenshot of your face and just put it on every one of my streams.
I'll turn it to Eliza Blue and start false flagging it. Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I will digital blackface you into non-existence.
Oh damn!
Oh,
shots fired.
Man, shots are fired.
What am I, Tim Pool? Come on now.
Hold on.
Hey,
you
don't
want
be
Jack Murphy
offended.
beard? I can give you a Jack Murphy beard. Just give me 5
Oh, jeez, here we go.
When he starts offering you a pearl necklace, man, just walk away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, I will definitely.
See, I got the ZZ Top song. I want you to hear.
Did you guys see that they actually are doing the new Kid and Play, right?
Yes, I did see that. And yeah, it's not going to do anything. It's
What,
not
the new
gonna-
House Party?
No, it's
They're doing House
not.
Party. They're remaking House
Yeah,
Party.
look at House
but it
Party.
was
But look who they
House
got
Party
for
with
Kid.
LeBron James.
But look who they got for Kid.
Now, are they going to knot their boots? Are they going to knot their boots together, do the little dance? You know,
I don't know. That's Tim.
That's in
Pool.
Fortnite too.
I don't know. Is that Matt from Tinder?
No, that's Tim Pool.
Oh, so it is Matt from Tinder. Got it.
Yeah, don't be giving me shit about
no,
that.
Tickle Truck. I know my words very carefully.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh,
hilarious. Oh, that's great. Oh gosh,
No,
yes,
no, that is
I love
brilliant.
it. I love your thumbnails, Patsy.
If you could do some kind of EB Frost fusion, that would be
Remember
awesome.
Hassan and Nabi said he would never he wouldn't stream Hogwarts. So I just,
Oh my god, dude!
So
Oh
good.
my gosh.
but for some
anybody got-
reason they hit me. I'm still got limited ads because that one.
That's so great, though. I love it.
I feel like I should just drop a character, call her Whore Goblin, and just name her.
Oh my god.
I don't care. I don't give it. I'll give it.
Oh no, I don't know. She's a digitally trafficked person. You might.
I know
care.
you're
I
in
don't know.
digitally trafficked everywhere now.
Look, bitch is gonna sue me for it. Like, I don't give a fuck.
So I guess the only thing I have to advertise for right now is that yay, look out for March 2nd. I'll be streaming Final Fantasy 6, y'all. So check that out. It'll be either 9 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully hopefully YouTube will not hate me.
Monkey Jeebus has put Adam Sessler on it.
You're gonna do great, Max. You're gonna do great, especially because it's something you love. It's something you love doing. So,
I agree.
Yeah,
there is one thing.
You're gonna be great.
Oh, but you're stupid.
Oh
And,
shit! What?
I'm stupid.
No,
I'm
not
stupid.
you.
Oh wow!
What the fuck? That wasn't here. Oh, sorry. That just played so inappropriately. I'm so sorry.
That's how you feel about us? Okay.
No, because you'll get the gist right now.
Yeah.
You'll get the gist right now because this was the
Okay.
trailer. I forgot about this. This is coming up in April, and I think we're going to do a panel ahead of time. I know Pro and Valiant might jump on. Campbell.
Oh, but you're stupid.
Oh, is this RE? I was gonna say, is this the RE4? Let's do the RE4 big freebase.
Oh, no. There we go. That robot was dumb. That robot was very dumb. Oh my God! You put late. Oh shit! That's not no. Okay, I take back my further statement. I am the one that's dumb. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. But that was the trailer because this is in April. This is the 3-year anniversary, but also we're playing a 24-hour game stream after the panel.
That's awesome.
And that is actually going to be towards the new computer. That's going to be 24 hours towards a new computer. So with the amount of work I'm doing,
I like the Diva app. I like the Diva.
Thank you. I was trying not to get hit by the ass for some reason.
Yeah, it's
hates the ass.
It's tough. It's tough, dude.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Everyone's welcome, and we'll figure it out. I got to get a game collection in there, what to switch to so the chat can be involved. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Jester's going to hate me, but it's going to be fun.
Jester always hates
Now, why would he hate you?
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to jump overboard with that one. You're not dumb, Mags. I am the one who's dumb.
All right. Well,
turrets.
This has been one hell of a ride today. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are here and those of you who have been here and have gone. And hang on. Okay. Let me do this towards my buddy.
Who, Arwen?
No, I'm angling it towards him.
It's not even hitting me. You're flipping off Arwen.
Duck, Mac.
Duck?
Yeah, duck. This is going over your head to Steven.
Okay. All right. I'm ducking.
Are we feeding the ducks? What is this?
I'm ducking. You asked me to duck. I was like, okay.
He's feeding something.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for being here, and this has been great. Absolute treat. This is the longest stream we've done in a long time.
This stream has been sponsored by Reverse Land Strips, also known as Hair Club for Men. Oops, we forgot that spot.
Thank you for having me on, Daryl.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
Reverse landing strips now at your local Walmart, Zellers, and Hobo Corner conventions.
And don't forget Men's Warehouse. You're gonna like the way you look.
Also, don't forget to pick up Ridge Wallet so you can put it right on that reverse landing strip.
Remember, everyone, when you meet Steven, have some lard for him. Have a big old can of lard.
Lard.
Also, remember, buy Arwen's personal thumbsticks now available at all major retailers.
Make sure they vibrate.
And also Arwen's favorite wine, boxed wine at your local.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Arwen's elite thumbsticks now.
Elite knobs, Mac. Elite knobs.
Elite knobs.
Now in 1 gallon boxes.
You can also catch her at the next season opener in spring training for any baseball team that needs a pitcher of passionate thrown baseball.
Shut up, Steven.
I thought you were going to say the
It was passionate throwing.
She's got one hell of a fork ball, y'all.
God. Y'all ain't right.
It's them sausage fingers.
Daryl, move her down. Daryl, move her down. The man hands.
I was gonna say,
No, stop it!
I thought you were gonna say the next U.S. Open, but yeah.
Oh my God,
Max, they did that to me one night. I was right there, and I was just yakking and looking. It was like what 5 minutes before I noticed. And it was like I was on camera. And they were doing that, and I look up. I'm like, "What the hell?"
Okay. Elite man, Arwen's elite man hands and thumbsticks. And knobs.
I
Hey,
don't even have
Arwen.
merch in my horizon. Y'all have merch.
You know what? You know what? Own it, Arwen, and sell that merch and grift off of it. Because
I'm gonna make it
get that hustle.
purple and all
Do
kinds.
y'all like rough hands?
And then sooner or later we'll have Arwen actually have a World Star Hip Hop video that she'll be actually.
Look at those calluses, y'all.
Oh, shut up! Shut up!
Fresh walnuts with my fingernails.
That's her video. That's her video vixen name. It's sauce.
Feminine girly.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Arwen. Don't do
Ginger
that.
knob.
You're falling into their trap. They're doing it.
I know.
Ginger Knob is her video vixen name.
Ginger Knob back. Oh my
god. That is so mean.
Ginger Knob.
Oh my gosh.
The Adventures of Ginger Knob and Reverse Landing Strip next from Marvel Comics.
It
That's
sounds.
gonna be
it sounds
that's
like
gonna be MCU Phase 8.
Ginger Knob sounds
When
like a
people
cookie.
stop giving a shit.
It does sound like a cookie. Ginger Knob.
Ginger Knob. They're actually candies. Are those like those little those penis candies?
You gotta add Wolfman hands and be like, oh my god, Arwen, what have you been doing in private?
Nothing.
Just give her
That's the
Robin
new
Williams
Avengers,
arms.
right? That's the next Avengers right there. What are
I'm
you talking
sorry.
about?
It's okay.
She's got hairy hands, y'all. Hairy hands.
I was once known as Arwen Avalon. My high school name was Coco the Gorilla.
My mom always warned me not to do that a lot, or I'd get hairy hands.
What these
I
men
didn't
hands
think
say to
she-
y'all?
We love you. You know we love you. Your man hands on.
I mean, they're muscular, so they can open up bottles of wine. I mean, you have to say
They're little itty bitty.
They can pick up Fat Steven and carry him to bed.
Right. And that's a big load.
that would mean she would need forklift hands.
Oh yeah, she's got a tilt. She's got a
No,
tilt back.
no, not
before-
forklift hand. Not forklift hand.
She's got to tilt back before she
No,
lifts.
no, Loki, no, guys, it's not forklift hands. It's twerk lift hands. Come on.
I was being
Hey,
quiet.
Mac, when's your next music
eating
album,
my
Back in Black?
fries, minding my own business. Jeez.
This is what happens when you put your face out there on the internet, Arwen.
Mac,
know,
only eats,
I know.
Mac is so racist. He only eats the brown M&Ms.
It's like,
Whoa.
yeah, come on, it's like the new Millennium, just without slapping Chris Rock. You know, I'll just slap Daryl in the next award ceremony.
I'm down.
There you go.
Oh my god.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you all so much for being
That was
here.
a good
Thank you
show, y'all.
for hanging out. Like and subscribe. Share.
Did you say
Man,
black
I
and
don't give a
subscribe?
shit.
I don't give a shit. Black and
Just,
subscribe.
black and
M&M's.
Yeah, M&M's, white privilege, whatever the fuck.
Hold
you
on,
wanna
hold
do
on.
with your
Oh
life.
my god,
There.
you lifted your
There.
hands. Don't
There.
do that, Daryl.
Daryl, you forgot one thing.
God.
No, wait, Daryl, hold on one thing. You forgot one thing.
What?
You have stumbled on the meaning of life, whether it's playing Dead Space, playing Fortnite, playing Call of Duty. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one to turn to live streaming their video game purchases for all to see. Fat Steven will be there.
Damn
On
right.
occasion, he'll stop and read your comments.
Get
Hello,
grifted.
I'm Morgan Freeman, and you're watching Fat Steven JFG.
Okay,
Griff that.
Steven, you need to get the picture of Daryl holding his hands up and make little hands, tiny hands, y'all.
Oh, that's actually an emoji on my
that.
that's an emoji on my channel.
Tiny hands.
Tiny hands.
It's that weird purple thing.
Howdy,
Yeah,
howdy.
it is. Yes, it is.
Tune in
The
next
flavor
time.
is there.
Tune in next time on the new Andy Griffin show. I mean, back to. Sorry.
Tune in next time for the Bill Cosby Hour. Love
Let's not go there, Daryl. I don't want anything happening to you. Let's leave blowing pudding pops, okay?
Where you got to be careful where you fall asleep.
Look what happened to Snow White. I mean, Snow.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's called a snake.
Poor Jolly.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor Snow.
Yeah, and that's called a snowblower.
Oh, only time I've seen Johnny look unhappy.
Okay, we're really gonna go now.
This is like the 5th.
Bye,
ending.
y'all.
Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.